big ticket, premium, bound that tongue, you believe in me. Yeah, I'ma lay it down, grabbing that crown, laying dollars on the ground, gonna double up now. 65 to 4 and 3, 2, one more time, heavy punchline about to prove. Lay low, lay high, lay low, lay high. Clear your heads now, watch a peek. Let me go and prove my worth, let me earn it. Gonna pass this test and get me a permit. Watch how I do, sit down, observe it. Fires in my soul, uncontrollable burn. Look at me then, look at me now. Correct your bones, the brutal cool, make you bow now. Class you want to do a point to see. Blow kiss goodbye while they scream and shriek. Let it go, let it out, let it go, let it out. Take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Lay low, lay high, lay low, lay high. If you feel my vibes, then pop with me. Let it go, let it out, let it go, let it out. Take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
We can all make out if you want, John. I'm okay with that. Oh, sorry, we're live? Oh, sorry. Okay, hey guys. Hey guys, welcome to Social Links, the podcast where we talk about Persona, and kissing other men. That's primarily what we get
Someone
into.
say Persona.
Your stream thing is wrong, by the way, Screen. I don't know if you've noticed your thing is a bit misaligned. It says
know.
impossible.
Oh, that is something, huh? Knew I forgot
Are
something.
you guys copulating? Are you guys copulating like right now? Is that what's happening?
Well, you did say we should all make out, right? So I decided I'd become one with him in the end. I'll fix that while you do a wonderful introduction in competency. I'm sure you will.
It's been a bit since we've been here, hasn't it? John, it's been a while since you've joined us. Not that long, actually. I think you were on the last real episode we did, now that I think about it. But
I'm 40 now.
No, he was
We're
on the
back.
last real episode. It's not true. We did,
wait, what?
there was an episode that didn't happen. You remember that one?
Oh, but that didn't happen. So why would I?
There was
Back
one
then,
that,
No.
Dear Leader would never have any leaks, so we would never cover any leaks because Dear Leader would never have any. So
there was nothing that happened.
yeah, and then he was on Jeopardy
Call
too.
him Dear Leader.
He was on Jeopardy.
Atlas
Great episode.
sponsored now. You can't do this to me.
Well, they're my leader. That's a good thing.
I love it. I think we all love Atlas here. Don't you love Atlas 3?
Absolutely.
I love
See,
Atlas, but
you
you
don't
know
love
what I
Atlas.
don't love?
What?
Persona. I fucking hate those games.
I fucking no. I'm with you, bro. I hate that. I can't stand it, bro.
You know
Every
what?
time I see it,
You know the
it's
Persona game I hate the most?
Which one?
Persona 5: The Phantom X.
Oh God, are we starting already? My favorite segment of the
I just want to
day.
get this shit out the way, man. I just want to get this out the way.
Okay, well, if you asked so nicely, I might as well indulge you. So a lot of stuff has happened over the last few weeks, obviously. A lot of big stuff. We're finally, after having had this podcast for about a year and a half, surprisingly, it doesn't feel like it.
God, stop! It's almost 2 years. Fuck
We're
me.
finally
God.
at a point where stuff has begun to happen, and I think among all of the stuff that's happened recently and all of the stuff that's gone down that we kind of didn't expect and that we've analyzed, the most surprising of it all had to be the P5X Hatsune Miku trailer. I mean, seriously, who saw this coming?
No, you can't make me install the game. You can't. No.
Oh
Miku.
my God! I'm installing the game right fucking now. Screen. I
Not
had
even
no
Miku.
idea this even happened.
So for
I'm
the,
holding
no
you back. I need
idea.
to hold you back.
the global...
I need Miku.
Go ahead, feel free. Feel free. Install the game. I'm ready. I've been playing every day. It's my favorite
Resist
game
the urge.
in the entire world. Okay, I'll get more into that
Oh,
later, I'm sure.
That's why you're like that.
Yeah. And Hatsune Miku got announced for the global half-year anniversary or full-year anniversary. It's a full year, because half a year was Caroline Houston. Oh, it's been damn, has it really been a full year since this game came out in global? Jesus Christ.
Oh God. Fuck my
Okay.
life, bro.
I've not thought about it for 1 second.
Yeah. So Miku's here. She's a playable character. I think she's a navigator. So,
Yeah,
think of that as you will. There is an opening. Do we care enough to watch it? I don't really.
I don't care, to be honest with you.
Well,
Do
I'll
care,
have the
Persona?
visual on screen. You know what? That's good enough.
Yeah, no, I'll geek out over Miku. You guys can keep talking.
Do you think this is cool? Are you guys big Hatsune Miku fans? See, he sounds like a big Miku fan.
No, for me, this is like a the kind of thing that you put on like as a character, like it almost make you forget that you're playing complete fucking garbage. Like it's just like a good distraction. It's like Cocomelon kind of for weebs. You get what I'm saying?
Like the Persona dancing games.
Engaged.
I think
Those games, I actually like those games. Those are really 5 dancing.
I think Persona 4 dancing is really solid,
Persona 4
actually.
dancing is-
Yeah,
that one's like-
three dancing and 5 dancing are abysmal dog shit.
I think that's why they put Miku in, because
Not
she's
bad,
this is her P4D design, right?
Yeah, it is. First
So-
Persona 4 character to get into Persona 5X. And it's not even
Yeah.
First of many, I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
the fucking like remember the investigation team.
But yeah, it's I mean, look, I think it's kind of a cool I'm not the biggest Miku head myself, but I mean, you know, she was in Fortnite and I bought her there. Might as well get
I
her
also
here.
bought her there.
Yeah.
I bought her like 3 times there. She had
Yeah.
like 3 skins. I own
That's
every
true.
single one.
So
So
I
we've all
mean,
supported Miku in some way.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of a cool collab. I wonder if they're gonna start collabing with other video games like other gachas do. Like, you think that'll be something they do in time?
Just
Like,
put Yakuza in.
I mean,
It'd
yeah.
be really
Yeah.
funny.
right?
But how would they attack, right? How would you make a moveset for Kiryu? Does he have a persona now? Like, what would you do?
Dude, it'd
summon
just be
Majima
the
to just go, like,
funniest
stick
thing
him
if
like a
he
dog?
did. Yeah, I think you give Kiryu a persona. Make him a Phantom Thief.
Fuck.
Give him a full outfit.
You know,
Oh, that would be fucking hard, though. Now I want that.
well, I'm glad you guys thought of Yakuza. Like, that's a good collab. Has anyone considered that they should maybe, before doing any of that, though, collaborate with Call of Duty?
Oh, I forgot about this.
Didn't
'cause
we
this
talk
shit
about this
looks
on the
so
episode that didn't
ass.
happen?
We did, but there's a new trailer that came out yesterday.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
It looks
looks
just
so good right
perfect.
now.
Wow.
I'm gonna install this Call of Duty mobile game. I'm gonna buy so many COD.
As
points
a
that you would not fucking believe,
dedicated
bro.
Call of Duty mobile player, I'm so excited.
Do not show me your false form.
I mean, it definitely looks like
Wow.
something. I won't lie.
Okay, to be fair, the skins look better than the Overwatch ones for the most part.
Oh, really?
I actually, I
don't
hate
know,
Overwatch.
I
I don't think
agree.
you're gonna catch me saying that these look. fucking better
I'm a
than the
vehement
Overwatch
hater
ones.
of Overwatch just in general, though. I've
I
played
hate
that game
Overwatch
like
too,
3
to be
times,
fair.
hated every
I
time.
assume he looks alright.
Yeah, like Kasumi looks alright. Joker looks okay. I think for realism, they look about as good as they can look. I think that the Overwatch skins just don't look good. I think specifically Joker is the one that I can point out as being.
Wait.
And
guys,
Joker
tag
in this
yourself, I'm
one as
Joker.
well.
Yeah, what
God,
do you
it's
think
beautiful.
up?
Tag yourself. I'm Joker.
Oh, shit. I want to be Sumi. I think Sumi kind of looks actually okay in this one. I think, all things considered.
Yeah, I would say
They
Sumi looks
recreated a
pretty
shot from the Royal,
On-
from the fucking like opening of Royal.
good.
Not the opening,
On
but like the first cutscene.
Yeah, true. This is, oh, yeah, that's true. This is from the, wow, they're so faithful. They're such big fans.
Persona
Uh,
3 Reload could never.
There was key art, too.
True.
There-
Fuck that game.
Where the fuck is the key art? This is like one of
No,
the
in Comp,
collabs
you're
you guys have
LARPing.
done.
The one thing Reload did was copy the cutscene direction 1 for 1.
True.
That's we've complained about that so many fucking times on this
It's
podcast.
my
like, you
biggest
would not
complaint
fucking
with
believe.
Reload, man. Ugh, it could have been so cool, right? Like, okay, Revival's cutscenes are the literally shining example because it's everything that Reload's cutscenes did wrong done right now. It has unique
'cause, like, they're
direction
unique.
that is different from the original, that in 3D is used to enhance the scenes rather than just look the same as the original. And because of Reload's original direction being for like such a limited animation and stylistic like choices, it is very, very stiff and not snappy at all when you translate it into a 3D cutscene, which you can see very evidently in The Awakening. I'm just so happy that they've
And
not
the fact
done
they
that
chose
again with
like they
Revival.
copied the fucking like the movie Awakening too. They didn't even modeled it
Yeah,
way
and
more.
they
after
didn't even
what
do it
happens in the
good.
movie than the game. No, yeah, I mean I think it looks fine. Like as a Persona Awakening, it's good. It's definitely better than fucking Narukami's and OGP4. Okay, I always will shit talk that one. But I mean it definitely could look much better, especially that
Damn. Wait, you don't like Narcomies?
Narukami's the most lame
I-
Persona Awakening in history.
Bro, the song
I
itself
love
at least
Narukamis.
carries it halfway through.
The song is
By
good, but
proxy.
the fucking animation on it is like so boring. It's just
I mean, it's
Okay,
definitely
you
my
cannot
least
say
favorite.
that you like Narukami's less than like Naoya's.
oh, I mean,
What?
okay, sorry. I mean 3 to 5. I mean let's say 3 to 5.
Least
Let's
favorite.
caveat this a little bit.
Let's
Let's
be
caveat
honest
this a
here.
little bit. 3 to 5. 3 to 5.
I will say,
3 to 5. Bleh.
uh,
Persona 1 and 2
you guys are talking about this whole revival game. Is that because perhaps something happened over the last few weeks that wasn't P5X related? Because I haven't been paying attention, really. So
Narukami started walking through the shopping district
Oh,
It was
You're
crazy.
kidding.
my
You're,
lord.
you're joking.
I am not.
Well,
I'm dead serious.
Well, I know it's kind of.
in case.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. No, you do it.
No, thank you. So I just want to give you context. You seem to not be aware. In case you weren't super sure of what happened, Screen, let me get you up to speed. We actually got a new Persona 4 Revival trailer on 6/7. June
On
7th.
6/7?
My birthday, fun
6/7.
fact.
Oh my
Oh,
I
god.
was born
true.
on 6/7. It was destined. Atlas loves me so much that they gave me both Persona 4 Revival and the game that we will talk about later
Wonder
on
what
my
that could be.
birthday.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, there was only Persona 4
Okay.
Revival announced here.
Oh
That's
yes,
weird.
let's play
Yeah.
the trailer again. I'm so down to watch it.
This was a good one. This was good. I believe we broke this down frame by frame when it aired, right, Incom?
We did. We spent a lot of time covering this.
At MattPatGT.
Now that we've had more time to simmer with it, because at this point it's been what about
God, it
2-3
looks so
weeks,
good.
so it's kind of like ancient history. What do we think of this P4R trailer?
Why don't you go first, Sean? Seeing as you're our guest and all.
Oh my god, this trailer's awesome, dude. Okay, so much better than Reload's first trailer. First of all, let me say that. I think that it's also leaps and bounds and miles better than the original teaser. Duh. And I really, really like just how much they showed overall, because I feel like it was way more limited with Reload, where they sort of cut between gameplay and then they would like do pre-animated something and then they would cut back, and it's like, okay, we're seeing a little bit, but it feels like they still have more to show off. With Revival, it's like, okay, here's what we have. We're gonna slowly drip feed you stuff up until you start to get to spoilery parts of the game, and then we're gonna give you the game. And this trailer feels like the very beginning where they're like, okay, guys, start getting excited. And it feels like they really put a lot of their energy into trying to make it flow together as good as it possibly can. And oh my god, everything about it is just amazing. I'm sorry, I'm geeking so hard.
No,
I'm
bro,
such a
I
big
feel you.
P4 fan.
P4 is the one of the in 3, 4, and 5 that I'm the most critical of. Mainly, a lot of it is due to the dungeon design and combat. I think it's the least interesting iteration of One More, as it doesn't have the interestingness of the lack of direct control party members from Persona 3 and the punishment for being knocked down that game has.
That's fair.
But it doesn't have like baton pass like P5 does or anything like that, or like
Yeah.
the robust technical system. Or Showtime. Oh, it kind of has Showtime, so not really. So it's definitely in a weird middle ground for me, where I think it's definitely the least interesting combat game or combat Persona game. So seeing a remake that seems to, in all accounts, from what we've seen at least, is taking strides to iterate heavily on One More beyond just adding baton pass to it, like what Reload did, is getting me very, very, very excited. And also visually, I am so glad that we're seeing so many liberties being taken here. One of the things that I've noticed here is I'm pretty sure that the choreography for the awakening that we see for Norikami here is significantly shot right there. It's playing right now. The shot of his eyes, the shot of the persona. That's already a good sign. New directorial changes because
even
Persona
in the
3
2D
actually is a
scenes,
game. True, and even in social link stuff, like we can see more dynamic camera angles. There is so much here to bite your teeth into, and I think that's a lot to be excited for. And I don't know. It's definitely flared up my anticipation for this title, despite it again being the Persona game I'm most critical of that I've beaten, of course. I actually started Persona 2 recently.
The thing I'm most excited for, I think, is the camera angles. Like it looks like a news broadcast almost, or like a TV show, like specific framing and everything. It's so good.
Even the Chie Awakening, that's not something that's not like a full animated cutscene in the original game.
Yeah.
That's
I noticed that right off the
just
bat.
a regular like text box thing. Yeah, and it's like it's like so fucking sick.
So we're getting
it's so fucking
full
cool.
3D cutscenes as well for some scenes that weren't cutscenes originally.
I think we saw a frame of kanjis too, like in one of the broadcasts. That
Info
was really
broadcast.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks sick, dude.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
me too, man.
I think from a perspective of like what I'm kind of glad they're doing that I don't even know if I expected. I think when we used to talk about Revival pre any real trailer like this, was that we expected it to kind of look like like Reload, but go a little further. Because I always said I think you have to go further to justify a P4 remake versus a P3 one. There's a lot less that's like you should obviously like do in a P4 remake, so you're gonna have to go further and be more creative with it. However, when I was saying that, I was still expecting a lot of it to still like look like Reload and kind of have the same type of presentation. I'm actually very happy with this trailer and what we've seen after that, that it does look like visually it's pretty distinct from Reload in a lot of ways. Like, it does feel like a pretty different game, at least from a presentation standpoint. I'm glad about that.
Yeah. And I think that it's interesting that it does look so different, and like for P4 in particular, like being a lot more out there, because it did look so similar to the original Persona 3. People always called it a ROM hack, but it's very clear
Yeah.
that Revival was built off of Reload originally. Like, you can see it in the text dialogue and everything with the enemy like damage indicators and stuff. They were most definitely given Reload's files or worked off of a base of Reload to build Revival. So I'm shocked that it looks so different when they did a similar thing with the original P4, where they built it off of the original P3. And
Yeah.
that game looked a lot like P3, but this one looks damn good and has a very distinct style, like you were saying.
I mean, even
I think
subtle
I'd argue the fact
things
that they
like
sorry, go ahead, Amazon.
like the portraits, the way they've drawn these with the shading being super different from the way Reload does it. Now we can go in and
I like that.
about what's better or worse, or what looks good and what looks weird or whatever, but it's at least trying to be distinct in that way. It's something I didn't expect.
I really like the choice that they went with here. Definitely mimicking Sojima's promotional illustrations of the original Persona 4, which I definitely rock with. I'd argue, actually, to your point, John Persona, what you said earlier, the fact that they likely built this off Reload gave them the opportunity to make it as distinct as possible, because they already had like something to work off of, and that was definitely bolstering their production time. It's no wonder that this came out so soon, or we're getting it so soon after Persona 3 Reload. What, 3 years? Fuck, 3 years. Oh my god.
Yeah, 3 years.
Fuck. Stop
Which,
time is
technically
moving.
2 years, actually. Reload released in 24, didn't it?
But
February?
I mean, the difference in this trailer and the one we got a year ago is wild.
Right.
The game was
It's like,
not. The
okay,
game
yeah.
was not finished a year ago, bro. The
Even
game had
just
nothing,
looking
dog.
at the shopping district area, like the visuals there, okay, it was not ready to show off, and I'm still a firm believer they showed that off way too early. I've been adamant about this since day one of seeing that trailer.
Shocked though, the difference between a year ago and now, like, it looks so good. I'm like, damn, do they really have nothing to show a year ago, and now they have all this to show a year later? That's crazy.
I feel like COVID kind of fucked up a lot of our perception of game development, because like it or not, it affected a lot of games more than I actually realized a while ago. Like RE9 and a couple of the RE remakes and everything got affected by COVID. And they were a good few years in development, and then with like Reload in particular, that was supposedly in development since 2019. We probably would have gotten it in a similar time frame to Revival, only about like 2 or 3 years since Royal, if it weren't for COVID-19.
I firmly believe that as well. I'm pretty sure we know from some like insider mumbo jumbo that apparently it was internally delayed. Reload was, anyways, because it was supposed to be an announcement for the 25th anniversary, but it got delayed because of COVID, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, I'm so glad that this is not looking exactly like Reload did. I wanted it to look different. One of my worries was, I like Reload, by the way, to be clear. As much as I criticize it on here, because I think there's more to say when it comes to criticism than there is positivity. It's hard to be like, you don't have as much to say, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to like what Reload did right, I'm very glad that it exists. I gave that game a fucking 10. I love that game. It's my best version of Persona 3. Not by a long shot, it's pretty close, but I definitely prefer it to FES, I think. So I'm glad that we see Persona 4 Revival take things that benefited Reload. If you like the
problem, what's going on?
I fucking hate Persona 3 Reload.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that game. I hate that.
This was the first meme of the podcast, all right? And it's still how long since this game has come out now?
Okay, like,
it's still running true.
Before the topic changes or anything, I just want to mention about Reload. I've seen a lot of people throw around that they think that Reload is a poor game, specifically after Revival's second trailer. And I think that it only feels this way because Revival looks the way it does. And Revival only looks the way it does because Reload existed. And I don't get a lot of the complaints comparing the games directly, like almost as separate games, when Revival is almost an evolution of Reload in a way. If you look at it, like, it's not necessarily its own completely distinct thing. It shares a lot of assets and such, and you can see a lot of similarities, just like original P3 and P4. However, it is obviously not like the same story, same characters, same anything. It's I'm losing my train of thought here. Help me pick it back up.
Well, I just think it's weird.
Well,
like
you're
the
saying it's like an iteration. You're saying it's an iteration of Reload, right? Like it wouldn't have existed without Reload being
Yeah,
overlaid on
and
the
oh
foundation.
yeah, and I don't get a lot of the complaints of people saying like Reload looks terrible in comparison to Revival, because Revival wouldn't look as good as it did without Reload. And I think a lot of the reason for Reload existing was to make a game to bring Persona 3 up to the standards of Persona 5, not necessarily surpass it, and to train a new team to be ready to move forwards with more Persona remakes is what I would assume.
yeah.
No, I think that I don't even think I'd go so far to say Reload looks bad in comparison to Revival. I just think it looks different. I think a lot of what we're seeing right now is a result of the fact that Revival's the new thing, and by comparison, you're looking at something more novel. You're going to have a more favorable view of it, especially for some people. Some people just like Persona 4 more than Persona 3. You know, I think that's a common opinion.
Yeah, I don't get.
Well,
I don't
now, yeah.
get the retroactive kind of one. I don't know how a good game. Well, there he goes. He's done with his hate, and he's like, "Get me the fuck out of here." Okay, get me going.
My Discord just updated.
Nice. Thank God. I don't get the kind of retroactive hate. One, I don't get how it's got to be people who already didn't like Reload, right? Or at least pretend not to like Reload. Now, I don't know. Reload discourse is the most fucked on the internet. Okay, never ask a Reload hater what they thought after they had actually played the game, and not what they thought 6 months later after they exclusively read Twitter discourse and then changed their opinion. Okay, I don't get how a game could retroactively go to bad because there's another game that could potentially maybe be better than it. One, that doesn't really make any sense to me. And two, Reload still trumps Revival in some ways, at least like off the top of my head. I'm glad Baton Pass, is in Revival, obviously, but it ain't touching those shift animations. Okay, I am gonna miss those amazing shift animations. Okay.
Okay, one thing about P4's Baton Pass in Revival, though, I do like how the camera flows completely smooth. You start the Baton Pass and you hit like Yosuke or Chie's hand, and then the camera stays on Yosuke or Chie and just moves back into the UI. I do like that more than Shift, but Shift's animations just overall, yeah, I think I do like.
They look so good.
They're
bro.
still
so much personality.
To me, those are all right. It's weird to have to mention the animations. It's one of the first things I think when Reload, just because one, that game's battle. Really, it's combat in general, but it's battle animations and stuff. Yeah, it's like where that game shines so most, and Shift was like the example to me of how good that game could look or whatever. But like, it's just a very different like game or whatever. Like, sure, Revival is going further in some places, but Revival had to go further in some places because it's a remake of Persona 4.
Like you said, they had to do more to justify it.
Yeah,
and I feel the same.
But Reload still has a bunch of stuff that's like super unique to it. Obviously, we're seeing kind of the replacement for Theurgies now. I guess we'll get into our thoughts on that later with the primetime stuff in Revival. But it's obviously very different from Reload's Theurgies and whatnot. How the actual battle stuff presents itself, and even how it plays to an extent with all those different mechanics that are going to be between the two games. I don't even know what the dungeon gameplay is going to look like in Revival because we've seen so little, but it already seems like there's a few differences we can point out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get... I also don't get how they're built on kind of the same base, because I'll admit, like... I mean, they're obviously both still Persona, and they're both still modern Persona games or whatever. So I don't get what Reload did so terribly that Revival could do just better to a degree that it's like, wow, one game sucks and one's amazing. I also don't get that. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I think people are making too many comparisons right now before we've seen really a lot as well.
Yeah, I think Reload's just the bullied child, and maybe Revival will become the bullied child, because everyone loved Reload when it was in this part of the cycle that Revival's in, and then they all flipped. Okay, they all changed. So I don't. Maybe
an immediate frown on their face.
And the thing is, to like what we're saying earlier, I know you said not to make comparisons, John, but I don't listen to what you say. If we're talking about like combat UI. I actually prefer Reload's combat UI to Revival. At least
really?
Revival so far. I prefer Reload's.
Reload's combat UI makes me very angry.
Really? What?
I think Reload's combat UI is the perfect example of Reload's poor art direction in trying to combine the simplicity of the original Persona 3 with the flashiness of Persona 5. I think that it strips a lot of interesting elements from the menu, and the only thing interesting that it adds to it is the Persona animation where they go into it and then they hold the gun to their head and it's like in the menu. That's really cool. I love that.
And the cuttings
I
are
think
awesome.
that honestly, I would have a lot less of a vendetta towards this menu if they just made it look like the portable menu with the revolver. Like
Really?
I feel like it's just the circle does not do it for me, and it makes me viciously angry in comparison to Revival. Thank you for bringing that up. Where you look, and that's an analog TV dial, and just like in the original Persona 4 as well, the options would switch like the line direction, almost like a TV dial, and it feels more inspired off of the original Persona 4 than Reload does, and I I think that it works well for Persona 3's like minimalism aesthetic. However, I don't think it works well in the context of Persona 3. It's just a menu that's minimalistic to me. I do not like Reload's
Really?
battle UI.
I think that's what makes it so appealing to me because I don't think Persona 3 is this thing that needs to be super duper bombastic, to where Persona 5 is loud and brash and rebellious. Persona 3 is muted and subdued. And I think that that menu is the perfect way to handle a more stylish translation of that minimalism. And you still keep some elements of the revolver of the original UI from the game that I dig. The fact that the circle pops out like a revolver, the fact it turns into a moon, something very central to Persona 3. I think if you're going to, this is probably I would even say this. I think it's the best thing you could probably do on a Persona 3 Remakes UI. I think it's the best way you could handle it.
I just fully disagree with that. I love Reload's
Yeah, that's
UI in
crazy.
pretty much every other aspect. I think it's mainly because it's stripping an element that was present in the UI prior that gave it such a strong visual identity to me. Yeah, it keeps the revolver sound, but you know it's not the same. You know it's not.
Well, it pops out like
And
a revolver in the
it's-
animation. Like it pops out like a revolver.
it yeah, that's not the same. It bothers me a lot because they were so close to making it like pretty much exactly what I would have done in my mind if I was making the UI, honestly. This is something that I would have come up with if it was the revolver icon there. But
Can I ask you?
it's like a
Do
half
you like
step.
do you like the critical cut-ins for Reload? Do you like those?
I fucking love those. Those are beautiful.
Okay, I love them too. I think that's like the best way. Like that is
I think that's
also
the
what I
best.
think that's
One of the best things they translated over was the original cut-ins. Like they look and invoke a similar vibe to the original for me, where it's like bam, but now they're also like bam, pretty.
I agree. Oh, that reminds me of something about Revival. Okay, I'm so glad we got into summoning. Okay, listen. Revival's like critical cut-in is actually amazing. I have
Oh my
a lot
God,
of things I want to say about that.
I'm
but
so
I don't
happy they're
want to
showing
get
off the
into it.
models too, because they look a lot
True,
better than Reloads even, and they're so pretty.
Really?
And the cut-ins are
Oh,
so.
I don't know if I.
Oh my God, I'm so
The cut-ins
fucking
look
excited
amazing.
for this game.
I agree that the cut-ins look fucking amazing, but I don't think the models look better than Reload. So I think they look about the same quality. I don't know if I've seen anything that really. wows me
I
more
do
than,
think the
Reload
models look
did.
a little bit better than Reload. I am P4
okay.
biased. You have to remember that. But like specifically you, if you look at him
Me?
in that one Chie
Aye.
scene where you're talking in the middle of like the field at the benches or whatever, I think
Yeah.
that scene, like just looking at his face next to Makoto from Reload, I think he just looks so right there. Like that's so you, Narukami. That is him right there, true and true. That gives me like the exact same vibes as a PS2 model. With Makoto, I don't necessarily get the same vibes as a PS2 model. He looks good, but I think that you looks exactly like you, whereas Makoto looks like Makoto in a new version of Persona 3, if that makes sense.
I don't know if I would really.
Don't get me
agree with
wrong, the
that.
Reload models are beautiful.
No, they look.
But
I
I
love
think
the
Revival
models,
outdoes
models so
itself.
much.
Specifically with like the portrayal of the characters, like specific designs, like they look exactly how I would expect them to look.
You said this earlier, how it might be a matter of Persona 4 bias because that's your favorite one. Persona 3 is my favorite one. So,
Yeah, true.
I think,
Persona 3 is
you can,
one of my least
you can-
favorites, so I think it is two biases fighting against each
Why
other.
are they doing
right
the
now.
Persona 5 remake, bro? I'm waiting for it. All right, we'll be here, guys.
Wait, we have the three fucking muchachos here because like your screensaver is Persona 5, mine's 3, and yours is 4.
really?
Yeah, John Persona. That's crazy. That's wild.
No way, we're
I was
balanced.
gonna
I am gonna be
Perfect
replacing this
co-host.
podcast.
Am I right?
I think I'm gonna be replaced. My game is old. Nobody cares about this one anymore. You know what? By the end of the 30th anniversary, if we get P1 and 2 remasters or something, Persona 5 will be the oldest fucking Persona game. I'm
Oh
not
my
happy
God,
about
I
that.
can't believe we have the possibility of that, by the way. The
Ah,
fact that the
happen.
anniversary website
100%.
hasn't been
That's gonna fucking
updated
happen.
is
That's gonna
scaring
fucking
me.
happen. 100% gonna happen.
Like oh my
100%.
God, dude,
Atlas has forgotten about Persona 5. What do you want me to say? You know, I mean, really.
The
Fucked up.
Phantom X gets a Hatsune Miku collab, and just because they released P1 and P2 ports, P5 forgotten. We need a remake.
I need everyone to know, okay? I know how everything works online. I know everyone's contrarian, okay? I remember when we were the hated ones on Persona 5, okay? Because we were the popular ones, and now all the haters went to Reload. I'm sure Revival will get theirs at one point, okay? Don't come back to my group. I was there. I was fighting the wars, okay? You don't get to come in if you were our enemy at the time. But yeah, I think it's hard for me on all these model differences and whatever to really pick a favorite. I don't know. I do prefer P3 to P4 very slightly, but I think Revival could change that for me pretty easily. I like the cast and the story of P4 almost just as much, if not more, than P3's in a lot of ways. I think what holds down P4 for me specifically is if I'm looking at the game's quality overall, those last two arcs always stick out to me. Marie and Izanami. Those have always been my least
Don't
favorite.
remind me about Marie. Okay, Izanami's is
I wasn't
fine.
on Marie, by
But
the way.
you throw
Okay,
in
I've
Marie
never-
in there where it's basically just Persona fan fiction, and all of a sudden it like makes Izanami's a lot worse on top of adding a really shit story arc to the game. So
I mean, I just
like
don't get it.
I
I'm
don't-
still working through Vanilla 4, but maybe I'll like Izanami's arc at the end of that. I think it is pretty weak though. I do think Marie makes it worse.
I do think that they could potentially make a lot of that significantly better, and for some of it pretty easily. For Izanami, I just wish there was more. I think if you compare the Izanami arc to something like Yaldabaoth or whatever, I think there's a lot more to the Yaldi stuff, especially just in the actual scenes. If you compare them, what the actual
I agree.
main group is saying to the antagonist and how it's kind of going back and forth. The Izanami one felt very quick to me.
Give me Izanami Link episodes.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Gas station employee, gas station job. Come on, would that not be fire? Would that not be
The
fire?
deal
That
for
would be
for
fire.
a
that
job,
would be fire,
maybe
but
actually.
Guess what? Fuck you guys. Marie DLC. They're gonna make it so she's throughout the entire game, and then the third palace, nope, expansion pass.
Hey,
Not third
holy
palace,
shit.
the
That'd be the
third
best.
semester.
That'd be the best way to do it, because then I don't have to play that dog shit. To be honest, we're winning. If I make it. We should do that.
Marie's
It's
a,
funny. I
go
mentioned.
ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, I was
Yeah,
just saying,
it's okay,
Marie's a
but yeah.
different case because her arc, I don't like really any of the fundamentals around it. Like, I think Izanami conceptually and everything is fine. The reason I don't make the same meme where I say they should just delete Marie from the game, even if that's in jest. The reason I don't make that meme about Izanami is because Izanami is important for the thematic stuff of the
Yeah,
game.
like themes and such.
Yeah, it's just
It
I just don't
ties
love
in at least.
the execution. Marie's stuff, oh boy, even from like a fundamental level, there's a lot of stuff I just don't like about it. I think there are ways you could pretty easily improve this though. Like one, I think if they rework her social link, that'd already be a big step in the right direction. That already
It
fixed
looks like
half
they're
the problem.
doing a lot for it right off the bat, just judging by the scene direction, giving her so much animation, and it looks like her poems are going to be read in actual cutscenes now too. So I think they're definitely making changes. I just don't know if they're going to make script changes, and that's what scares me the most.
I will say I have very, very high doubts on anything narratively being different in a revival. I think it'll probably be almost the exact same game, at least from everything we've seen so far,
I mean,
unless
I
they're
don't
doing an
know.
epic misdirect.
I think it's possible.
add a Yosuke romance.
Like there was
I
a
would
lot
love
of
them to do that, but they won't.
I would love them to do that, but they won't.
I remember looking at episode I guess. I think they changed a lot of this, mostly because I think they wanted to tonally change a little bit of it, mostly in regards to the way the characters talk or whatever. But if you go watch those Coliseum scenes in the original and Reload, they added like I think the Mitsuru Yukari one had like a good amount of dialogue added to it to kind of flesh out certain things they wanted to say more. I think it's totally possible they could go in and just add more to some of these scenes. You'd probably have to do more than they did there, but I think that's totally possible.
I mean, and it
Okay,
helps
if
that
they make
Persona 4
the-
has like a way better script than the answer too, because the answer is fucking garbage. But I mean, sorry, continue
True.
on, John.
Okay, if they make the spoilers for Persona 4 cover your ears for like 30 seconds, throwing Namatame into the TV scene, like any like similarities to like the anime,
Oh.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
You know what I think
Like,
of
if they
when
give
I
it-
think about that?
Ooh.
You know what I think of? Remember how
What?
Reload adapted the final cutscene with Aigis and Makoto? How it's like a full cutscene with like a unique
That's
dialogue,
kind of what I
like
was
text,
thinking.
question
Like
marks?
exactly like
That shit
that.
could be fire. That could be fire. That could be fucking Halo. Okay.
And with Reload, like they took some stuff from the movie as well. Like specifically, I think the standout one that I loved the most was the like train cutscene, with Junpei. If they do something like that for revival, I will be one happy camper. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do you guys think? This is actually fuck. There's two directions I want to go with it. We haven't even gotten to the other. There was another thing that happened on 6-7, guys.
Yeah, before we get to all that, I did mention Yosuke romance. Do you guys want to touch on this a little bit? Because I
Absolutely.
want it, but
I want it
don't
too.
think it's gonna happen. And I think that there's a very like easy explanation for why.
I want to hear what you think. Why?
In the current way that Yosuke's social link works, it would completely shatter his character. And the reason why is because you can like rank 10 social link Yosuke before Kanji's dungeon starts. I got him to like rank 9 on like the 13th or something, or like the 12th of May.
I see.
That
what
is
you're
less than a
saying.
month after Saki dies.
Mhm.
That is crazy.
Well, you could
And
always.
I do not see that. That's not realistic for a teenage boy who just had a lot of weird flip side feelings go on with not only his own internal self, but his crush that he had for a while that technically he was just using, but who he found out also secretly hated him. And now he's going to turn around and get in a relationship with a transfer student he also met under 30 days ago and bypass all of his internalized homophobia. I don't think that's
Well,
satisfying.
hold on. Listen though, can I interject here a little bit? In the original game, he basically starts sucking the cock of Narukami like frame fucking 1 with that partner shit. So I don't know if it's entirely out of the question. I think that Yaoi could live on, despite what you just said. I think it's 100%
think it
possible.
can live on.
Sure.
I think it can live on with some adjustments. Which is why I don't think they're gonna do this social link romance, because I think that they'd need to make adjustments to make it more satisfying. Because yeah, he is sucking off Narukami like the whole first bit of the game, but there's also a lot past the first bit of the game where he's just completely homophobic and such. Like for example, the camping scene that we all hate, right?
Yeah.
And it's
That's actually one of my biggest issues with
gonna
before. I think
feel
it's
out of
tonally inconsistent a lot of the
character.
time.
I feel like. And yeah, I like that scene actually, and I hope that they don't change it because that was a big part of like my relation to Yosuke, because I used to be a homophobic little shit back when I was like 14. And now I'm like super gay and everything, so I understand him a lot. And that's why I feel like I want this romance to be like properly good if they do it, which is why I would want changes to at least like the social link timing. Move it back a little bit. Like make it so you can't romance him before a certain point, or just lock the rank 9 at a certain point. Something like that. I just would not want it in the game in its vanilla state with how Yosuke's social link is handled right now.
When it comes to the scenes that I guess have some of Yosuke's homophobia in them, I do like a lot of the kind of event scenes and stuff like that, and I do find most of them funny. I do think with Yosuke's homophobic stuff, if the intent was to kind of create a character who starts out that way and then kind of grows from that, I think that's fair, but I think if that was the focus, it never fully... I don't know if there's ever like a point I could point to and be like, oh, here's like the clear change that you can, if I were to compare this to earlier in the game, you can see how he's changed a lot. I never felt like they made it too clear, and if that's what they're going for, I would hope that's what they're going for. And if it wasn't what they were going for originally, either you got to cut the homophobia or you have to work it into his character, because there's got to be it's got to be one of the otherwise we just created a character who's homophobic and a dick and we just kind of don't really even acknowledge it in the game. Because I do like Yosuke
I'm so
a lot
excited
too.
to see Yosuke's character.
So
I really do hope that they do a romance in some way, shape, or form. Just like
I will
give it to me.
I think with a romance too, I do think him moving past Saki's death at one point is a good thing. Perhaps it could be true that if he does it too early, it might be weird. But you can always lock off the later ranks of his confidant his social ranks a little bit later.
Little changes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Comp?
I was thinking something, and then it slipped my mind when it actually came for my time to speak, and now I'm still I'm talking, so I end up coming to it, and it's still not coming to my mouth. No, that's fine. It's not me. I don't know why.
I stole it. Okay. I did.
Fuck. Yosuke romance, Talk about what you were saying a moment ago, and maybe it'll come back to me.
I was saying. No, go ahead.
I think that it is not good to implement in its current state. I think that it needs some changes, like to its date and such, or like to the way it's written. I would love to see a Yosuke romance,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't want it like in the game like as it is right now. With
Oh, I just remembered, and I don't think I think there is precedent for this to an extent because Reload changed the Babe Hunt event, and it made it way fucking funnier. By the way, I way prefer how they handle it in Reload. It's way
yeah, it made it funnier. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
No,
like
yeah,
the fact
for
that it's
sure.
like some
liked
crazy
it,
like
Reload.
fucking like conspiracy. Not that's actually fucking hilarious. I
Sure.
rock with that.
But the
You know, the
difference,
sun in the sky actually isn't real.
the difference here though
Sure,
would
bro,
be
sure.
that was just kind of like a weird transphobic scene that they just kind of axe and reload and replace.
Yeah.
With Yosuke, it's different because it depends how much of this is supposed to be a part of his character. Like,
Yeah, it changes his
okay.
character too, which is why
Yeah.
I also think that they're not gonna do it because it changes the characterization across the board.
I will say though, we do have some precedent for something kind of tangential to this changing in Revival. Nothing really regarding the Yosuke stuff in particular. And people have been mentioning in my chat, in both chats actually, people love this line, that they replaced the that he's good with his hands line, the Yosuke thing. Even if that means, even if we take the most hyper reading of that, I think that was more changed to be a faithful translation thing more than a we're removing this type of thing.
Similar to
I'm all
Yukari-
for
similar to
faithful
Yukari,
translation thing.
right?
I just
Sure.
hope that the one line that I don't want them to change is the "I'd hit it" line. It's so funny. I
True.
need it.
Yes,
need
I
it.
know.
I'm sorry.
I
It's
agree.
just
They gotta
so
keep that.
funny.
They gotta keep that. They gotta keep that. They gotta keep that.
But I will say what I did say that they did change legitimately, that is tangential to something like this, is Kanju's Shadow has two gendered sides now, male and female, where the original model had two male signs. It's kind of an
I don't
interesting
know how I
thing.
feel about this either. Like I think that it's making it more clear that Kanji's character is about not only the struggles with his masculinity, but also how he views femininity. However, I also
Yeah.
think it's removing a bit of the subtext of like his bisexuality where he struggles with how he feels towards other men because he does think Naoto's a guy at first and he does have feelings towards him and he's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I feel like they're not censoring that, but I hope that they make up for that subtext in a different way, at least, or they don't change Kanji's character so much that he isn't very obviously bisexual. Because I think that there is a way that they could potentially change Kanji's dungeon to be exclusively about like masculinity and femininity rather than involving any sort of sexuality. Similar to how I think that Naoto's dungeon could possibly involve removing the gender aspect of her like commentary on the Japanese like gender divide in the workforce.
Yeah,
I don't
I-
know how they would do that, but
I do wonder
they
the
could,
intent
and that scares me.
behind this change, like if it's just to make it more clear that he's likely bi or anything around, because again, part of the arc is that it kind of doesn't fucking matter, right?
Yeah.
I think
But
that's why they put both because it's ambiguous. It doesn't matter. I
Sure.
think it's more of a labels thing than anything else because like he can hold both like traits of that are traditionally accepting of or traditionally reminiscent of either like gender or whatever, but it doesn't really mean
Yeah.
anything.
the
It's- label's
actual,
pointless.
if I remember the dungeon correctly, it's been a little bit since I played before. I do think it mostly focuses more on the manly part of it. I think it's even, isn't it called the manly
it
way,
does.
like one of the things, shit like
The
that.
steamy bathhouse.
Teammate battle, yeah, and there's like a bunch of references to men. I wish I could think of more specific examples, but that's kind of the focus of it. So I think that's why it's like this in the original game, because the focus is mostly on men. This one can be kind of like more of a tip off to maybe his actual self. And then I think even in the original game, there's a line after he fights his shadow that he's like, "It's not a matter of
Not
chicks or
about-
dudes,
it's not a
yeah,
matter of men or women.
stuff like
They're
that."
scared
So
shitless of being rejected. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like in some ways I think that it fits better. In some ways I think it fits worse.
Sure.
Like I said, it scares me that they're going to try and remove some of the subtext, where they use sexuality to sort of tell the story about Kanji's struggles with masculinity and femininity. But
yeah.
it's not a change that I'm freaking out over or anything, and I'm pretty welcome to. Like it's not anything that I think people should get up in arms over. Which makes it really weird with the amount of Twitter posts I've been seeing about it.
Well, I mean, it's Persona 4 and it's a remake, and we're on Twitter. That's just like asking for fucking bad like shit to happen
First trailer
there.
in Kanji discourse immediately. Like fuck, man.
I just wait until that Naruto trailer hits, bro. We're all
Oh.
fucked. We're
Oh gosh,
all
I'm scared.
fucked.
I'm scared for Naruto. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of potential to expand on her character in the context of like the Japanese workforce gender divide. Um, but like the way they do it, like using gender to sort of propel her story forwards, is very like interesting to me. And I want to say this right off the bat. I don't think that it's good trans representation. And I don't want them to change her character to be like officially trans and be about like gender dysphoria or anything like that, because that's
Mhm.
not really what her character is about.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Um,
agree. Yeah.
I think that it's it's hard because I do want some level of changes just to make it more clear that it's not necessarily a like story about being transgender. It's about this character being transgender is a result of this happening in their life and how they're feeling about this. And it's less of a gender dysphoria thing and more of a I I need
Well,
to
I think
advance in my
it,
career thing. It's weird. It's weird the way they tell it. And I hope they don't change it. I
I
hope
think
they expand on it.
it's like a kanji thing, right? Or like actually, you know, it's a Persona 4 thing. It's about like
Yeah.
being who you are, and there's many barriers in the way of that, and the way they get that across is different per each party
Sure.
member. Um, I don't know if like the original game. I think it's like an issue with like more optics than anything else, because I don't think that's what the game's trying to say at all.
I don't.
I think it's just missing. Yeah,
I
so,
think
go
if you
ahead,
take
sorry.
the shadow stuff totally out of context and kind of look like that, I don't think most of it's supposed to be about anything related to any trans issue. Like it doesn't even really touch on it. Like as a there might be like some lines, but even then in context, it doesn't really mean that. Like I think the biggest thing is like I think the shadow is
Yeah, the whole
it's like
reassignment
like a
surgery loss,
forcible
like
like sex change thing, right? But like in context, the reason this is like that one is because the shadow's supposed to be just like it is for all the characters in the game. It's supposed to be very over the top like uh, type of design. So it's a very bloody like crazy portrayal of this type of thing. But the whole reason it's
yeah.
like that is because that's not what Naoto actually wants, right? Now doesn't want
Yeah.
to be a man, but she has to kind of pretend to be one to be taken seriously at all in her job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think any of it's really actually even trying to say anything one way or the other on any trans issues. Like I don't think that's it. Like if anything, it's like
Especially
loosely tangential to it because of just the difference in like one gender or another and a difference in I don't know, I guess the way she's portraying herself, but like
and
none
I
of
don't
it
think
actually
it's
touches it,
mostly. I don't think it's really like even further reinforced by the fact that like, and it's never made a point in the story that people don't think that like when she's presenting as a man, nobody thinks that she's not a man. Like it's
Yeah.
not like a matter of like insecurity about it. No one like doubts that, right? So the thing that it's already like happened. It's not a matter of being accepted in that way. It's a matter of her not being able to be accepted as a woman who's a detective. That's the issue,
Yeah.
right?
And that's why I think
Yeah,
it's
and
not
I
a
don't
good trans rep.
exactly right.
And that's
I
why
don't
I
think
don't want changes to it that people are like
I agree.
demanding in a way because it's
I
not
don't
the
think it needs any
trans rep.
changes.
And I've seen, okay, I am very, very gay, so I see a lot of gay people on my feed, and I get a lot of very mixed opinions from a lot of very, very gay people about a
Mhm.
lot of stuff in Persona 4. Naoto specifically is one that I see a lot, where people really want changes in Revival, specifically queer people, because of the way Naoto is portrayed. And I'm not one of them because I actually like the way they use gender to propel her story forwards, and I want them to expand upon it rather than taking away that aspect entirely, because that's what her story hinges on. I don't see a
I
way
agree.
you can rewrite it to have her be satisfied with being trans at the end of it and turn it to like a gender dysphoria thing. And the whole part of it is like Naoto is a trans character, but she's not trans because of gender dysphoria or because it's a necessarily positive thing for her. She's trans because she needs to almost to get through anywhere or to get anywhere she wants to be in her career.
I think a large issue for a lot of people is that and I don't think this was the intent at all, to be clear, by the way. But it happens like the way it's presented happens to like when viewed under a pessimistic lens mirror a lot of like really like insane like turf arguments
Yeah,
the,
like the
you know,
transition
anti-stuff.
arguments.
Yeah, like it can fuel those if you look at it in the most pessimistic lens possible. But that's not what
Yeah.
the story's about. It's only like
Yeah.
if you really want to look at it at one specific lens and hone in on specific things out of context, like what Screen said a moment
Yeah, I
ago.
was just I think you have to take it like all out of context to do it. Like I've seen even transphobic people try to use it as an argument in the other direction, and I'm just like, I mean, if you take this wildly out of context, like, and you only show this one line, and then you fuck a bunch of interpretation into it that isn't actually supposed to be even close to how you're supposed to interpret it. Like I guess, bro, but then you can just use it on anything. Like I don't know what you. Yeah, like,
It's like if you fucking like just took a screenshot of like Junpei's Brokeback Tartarus line and said he was gay. Like I mean maybe,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, like not sure about that one,
yeah.
but yeah.
I
'Cause
I
in
am
general,
all
Revival has
for
a lot of interesting things that they might change that scare me, but probably won't, and I think it's for the better.
You know, one thing I am looking forward to.
what?
The fully I don't spoilers. Oh, actually, not really. Spoilers for Persona 4. If you're here and you haven't played Persona 4, I'd be very shocked because we've talked about a lot of it. But just rephrasing, a fully voiced Adachi social link, bro.
Oh my god.
Kino.
That is,
That'd be
I
fucking
you know,
fire.
I hadn't even though obviously even before they had said it was going to be fully voiced social links, I think we all kind of knew it was going to be because Reload had
We
it,
kinda
right?
knew, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't even consider, yeah. I just want to hear more Adachi.
Dude,
I want
oh
to
my
hear
God, that
Adachi
golden
in
scene?
general.
Someone posted
I
like,
wanna-
I
I
can't
wanna-
wait to see how that golden
perfect.
scene looks on Twitter, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even think about that because like that's the only scene in Golden with like actual camera direction, and
Crazy.
with
True.
Revival's camera direction, they have the
Mm.
opportunity to go crazy with it.
They're gonna make it a full cutscene. They're gonna make it a full. I 100%
Oh my
believe they're gonna make it a
God,
full
dude.
cutscene. They're gonna make it a full cutscene.
They're
It's
gonna
be
make some of
fire,
the
too.
endings full cutscenes. I swear, like Accomplice ending, that's gonna be a full cutscene.
Mm.
Dude, you know what I'm waiting for? Like you can this would especially hone in with how the thematic shit is in P4. Like you know how like in with Primetime it's like listed as 4 more, right? You get 4 turns to just go buck wild.
Yeah,
For Adachi, it's probably gonna be more like a Theurgy because he doesn't have any bonds, bro. That motherfucker has no extra turns. He's just gonna fucking do the final attack because he has nobody, bro. That would be such good like thematic like what's the word, ludonarrative harmony, because they would fit like with the mechanics of the game. Like you already have
True.
that parallel with how Adachi doesn't have he has like a fucked up version of Izanagi, right? Magatsu Izanagi, because he had the same potential as Narukami to you know, form bonds and shit, but he didn't because he's an antisocial bastard. And that's his flaw, right? And making him weaker in combat as a result of that, and not having full access to the Primetime mechanic would fucking God. That battle could be. Imagine they fix the bugs, bro. Imagine they fix the bugs in that.
Yeah,
fight.
that fight's way too short
Okay,
in the
hear me
original
out.
too. Yeah.
hear me out. Adachi
Cool.
Prime Time, but it is literally a 1 more. He gets 1 more turn instead of a 4 more, except he is pretty much guaranteed to hit a weakness on it. And so it's gonna be like a 3-turn thing rather than like a 5-turn thing that you would normally get.
Bro, his
Hmm.
Theurgy thing, Show Ender, whatever the 5 for how it's called, that shit's gonna go crazy if he has a unique one.
You know what I'm calling it
Oh
right now?
my
I know what I'm
God.
calling it. I'm calling it. You know what I think it's gonna be?
Mhm.
I think they're gonna take a page from Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I think they're gonna probably make it mirror one of his supers. That's one of my guesses, anyways.
That'd be
Because
fire.
we see
'cause
this
I do
already.
Like that they did cross slash. Cross
Yeah, true.
slash for Izanagi.
The cross slash one, it's funny. It's like one of the Narukami's most accepted things. Like it was coined in a fucking
Yeah,
fighting game. It
just
doesn't even
in
do that in
Arena.
original Persona 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
Oh,
cool. By the way. It's
God.
very cool.
If that shit,
it is raw.
if they can, I look, I haven't watched either of the Persona 4 animes. Okay, fun fact. But I do know people love that kind of fist fight 1-on-1 scene Narukami and Adachi have in I think it's the Golden anime.
Yeah.
If they
yeah,
did it,
yeah. I
like,
haven't seen the anime
Maruki
either, by the way.
almost.
Yeah, if they can like, or just like even comparable to how Royal added that 1-on-1 phase with Shido, just something like that could be a very cool way to end that fight too. Because one thing
Sorry, I
I
have to point out in chat real quick.
Mhm.
I hope they add Yin Yang. Yes, 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 please. That'd be so sick, dude.
I'm
yeah.
all for that too.
Or even a new song, bro. Because New World Fool is used for 2 fights, right? Namatame and Adachi. I always felt it
Hmm.
it fit Adachi more. People go back and forth on that. But like, I'll
I
take a
disagree.
new
I think
song,
it's
bro.
Namatame more.
Yeah, I think it fits Namatame more.
Damn, see, yeah, I don't know.
Listen,
That
John-
song
John-
has this evil.
We gotta make out, bro. John, we gotta make out. We
That
have to
song has
make
just
out,
like
bro.
an
I am
evil
contrarian.
vibe to it. I don't know what it is. I'd like the I don't know. There's something. Hey, and also maybe his Arena Ultimax theme is a fool or clown, right? So maybe that also
I
just
feel
reminds
like
me.
it gives me like the vibes of, oh my fucking
bumbling
god,
idiot.
I'm making a mistake. Oh my fucking god, this shit is fucked
Like
up.
for me, like it sounds like bumbling. Like it sounds like someone who's like like it sounds confused almost. If a song could sound confused, a New World Fool sounds confused. And I
I
think
don't
if it's
know,
not
bro.
Matone,
That
it's way
shit-
more
that
than
shit's-
That's a good way to put it.
menacing to me. I don't know. I just even
It
when the
sounds
guitar
like-
hits.
Like insane. Like it sounds like insanity. Like this is what I would hear in a padded white room.
Listen, I think there's a reason why in all like spin-offs, like at least in dancing, only actually dancing, but I think there's a reason why he has the fog. I think that fits Adachi way more than
Well, hold
than,
on.
New
In
World
Arena
Fool.
Ultimax, though, he does have
has
his
his own
own
theme. I know.
theme, and
I know,
I
I know.
don't know. It kind of reminds me of New World Fool. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just literally just the name.
It sounds
Both
different.
having Fool. But
Yeah,
well,
it
hey,
does.
I'll take a new song for either fighters. I want to see
I don't
Kazuka's
care. That Adachi fight's gonna make me so wet.
battle themes in
Yeah.
SMT5 Vengeance are amazing. I want to hear Kazuka really get like a full original track that is supposed to be more menacing. So if he wants to do a new Adachi theme, that's cool for me too.
Speaking of Revival's OST, how do you guys feel about the new music so far? Because I am a big fan.
I'm a glazer.
I'm also a big
I love
fan.
I love
I am a
Kazuka, bro. I
Kazuka
can never
is a
hate anything he
genius.
does.
Best thing that
Have
they
you-
did was make it like go for a different direction than the original songs.
Mhm.
I think that's what
I agree.
Reload's like biggest mistake was trying to replicate the original soundtrack as close as possible with a new singer and like new instruments. And I just think that a lot of it wasn't mixed well. It came off a little bit flat. The obvious example is Mass Destruction. Whereas with Revival, they're going with a little bit of a new direction with the songs. It's not like a
Hold on.
crazy change either. But
Not too much on Mass
it's-
Destruction Reload, okay? Not,
We're-
he's
we're
up on
Mass
enjoying
it.
Destruction
it.
I like it, I
Reload
like it.
is I used to glaze the shit out of it. But then like I started using the DLC songs for Reload and putting on like Mass Destruction, the original, and is it Mass Destruction Fez that's in there? I can't remember.
So.
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
Yeah, I think so.
I've listened to Fez quite a bit as well, and I've really come around again on the original version. And yeah, I do think Reloads sounds worse now. It is quite literally the only song in the game other than the Burn My Dread mix that I think sounds worse.
Oh, I mean, I agree with
wow,
you on the
really?
one. Fuck that.
I've
I
heard it does
love
sound
the
worse.
Reload soundtrack for the most part.
The thing is, Mass Destruction, a big part of that Reload soundtracks I really like is that all of the songs are like longer. Like there's a new verse for Mass Destruction that sounds amazing.
I
And
agree with
Lotus Juice also re-recorded vocals. Lotus Juice is a significantly better rapper now than he was when original
yeah.
Persona 3 was
And dude, he sounds
coming
so
out.
good in the P3R tracks.
he does, bro. Dude, and also like the ones that are heavily remixed, like Changing Seasons, bro. Changing Seasons is
Oh my
heat
god,
in
easily
Reload,
the
bro.
biggest upgrade in my opinion.
I think I agree. I think that's the best Reload track as far as remixes go. I know it's obviously
And,
it's
like,
going
the
down
new
now. It's a banger.
tracks
That's
in
the original
Reload?
track.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
I will never get over it. And like hearing Lotus Juice sing like properly in a Persona song. Oh my god, I will never forget that.
He kills it, bro. He kills it.
Nothing comes
if we do get
between
Yin-
us.
If we do get Yin Yang, imagine like a new verse for that too, because like we're taking the Reload approach, right? Like a new verse with re-recorded Lotus Juice vocals on Yin Yang. That would be fucking heat. Be fucking heat. Be fucking heat.
no. Yes.
Fuck. I want Revival out now.
So do I.
Like it's so close, man. It's so close. Only February. It's,
here.
so close.
It's right here. It's right here. It's like
It's
so.
right
It's
there.
like it's
Persona 4
directly like
tomorrow.
touching me. Persona 4 tomorrow.
No, we actually have Delta in tomorrow.
It's true.
That's true. We do.
I'm
play it.
I'm never releasing that next video, bro.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Reload. I think it's kind of crazy that it's been 3 years since Reload when it's coming out, and that's so close. I don't like that. Like that's not okay. I don't even want to think about how old I was when that game came out versus how old I'm gonna be when
Bro,
Reload
I'm
comes
20.
out.
I was still in high school, bro.
I was
Oh
still
my
in
God.
high school as well. and
Jesus,
I'm
you guys
20.
are fucking young, bro.
I'm almost graduated my post-secondary now.
I was 21 when Reload came out. I'm gonna be 24 when Revival comes out.
Damn!
Yeah, I'm gonna be an old man.
Damn, yeah.
I'm
That's the only
gonna
thing
be,
you
I'm
can
gonna
really
be
say about that.
halfway in the fucking.
I'm
Into
saying
the
that I'm 20 or
retirement home.
24. Fuck.
It's not okay. I don't. These games need to not come out. Okay. But speaking of games that might come out and
Should
make
we
it
address
when
the
we're very
elephant in
old.
the room?
Yeah, God, I'm even older and this piece of shit comes out. Fuck me. Hey, so
Persona 6!
Persona 6, baby.
6-7 was a big day for Atlas.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
What did you guys think of the little bit of Persona 6, the game that really should have never been real and doesn't feel like it's real? And but what did you think of the little
The
bit
in-game
we
footage, by the
got?
way.
That's
I mean, I
crazy.
want to say
It must be
something,
a
but
cutscene or something, right?
I want John to take the stage because I believe when like the first moment he saw the Atlas logo, he had like an important statement. He said, very profound. Would you like to repeat it for us here? John?
Oh yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
Pretty much exactly how
Oh my
I feel.
Fucking god!
I want
That's
you
what I
to know,
said.
by the
Yeah.
way, when I had to go edit this down for the video, I had to censor my entire video in short because Incom, I didn't even notice
My
this that when we were reacting to it. He like during this part he's going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. He's doing back to back to back, and he's got my whole video fucking demonetized because of that.
I didn't know.
The original stream is age restricted on YouTube, by the way. The original stream got fucking age restricted.
Get owned. Yeah, no,
I
I
did
thought
not
mine
know.
was gonna get age restricted because it's literally just oh my fucking god for like 20 minutes straight. I got very
Bro, it's 'cause
lucky
I'm
though.
brown. It's because I'm fucking brown, man. They know. The YouTube censors know, bro.
Too white to comment on this.
Well, either way, P6 obviously it was a mind-blowing thing, I guess, for all of us. What did we think of the little bit we saw? Because we really didn't see much, and what we saw, it wasn't what I was expecting. But I don't mean that in a bad way.
I
wow.
actually think this
It's like
was
Resident
a
Evil.
bit closer to my expectations than some of like the things like fan designs and such.
Hmm.
This was closer to my expectations. I was expecting it to go in a more like darker tone. I just wasn't expecting it to be like almost horror. It's looking like,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah.
It looks like the RE9 trailers. Like I remember
Yeah.
the hype cycle
Yeah,
for
like I
that
thought it
game,
was
and the
I
trailers
thought
look
it was like
identical.
SMG at first. I'm like, this is dark. We're going Resident Evil with this.
Like, I think there's a point in my reaction. I wonder if you can see it, where like I'm just watching in awe during this part. It must be in this video, right? Nice. Okay, never mind. We're gonna watch the ads instead. But
You don't even have YouTube Premium.
no, I should really. Well, actually,
I
this
have
is
a
I'm on an
student
I'm
plan,
on
and it's literally the best subscription I've ever bought in my life.
I'm on
dude.
an
Oh
alt
my God.
on this browser, so I don't leak all the porn that I'm watching on
I'm
YouTube. But
such a shill for YouTube. I feel so bad about buying premium, but God, it's like I swear it's worth it.
yeah, but
I haven't seen an ad in like 4 years.
during my reaction to this, like when that part really comes in and I start to realize what the fuck is going on, like I think it's just written on my face. So
I
I'm just
watched
like,
it.
what the
Yeah,
fuck?
No, I've never seen you so locked in.
Like, because it's just like, so at this part I'm like, okay, like what the fuck's going on? And once the letters start popping up on screen, it's just like, what is happening?
You're like,
Like this is very shocking, but I mean this in a very positive way.
It's like mouth drop. Yeah, shocked in a good way. And I think that it's good that Persona 6 is going in this direction in particular. Like, I've never seen anything like this from Atlas before, and that I mean that in the best way possible.
Yeah.
No, I know. Strangely, if we're talking about Atlas, what it reminds me a lot of, I guess just on vibes, not really how it's edited, but it reminds me of the early like SMT5 teasers and stuff. Like those had like a really like like I mean they were obviously less abstract
see
than what
that,
we
yeah.
saw here, but they had a similar aesthetic to them. I don't know. I'm really excited to see what this actually means for
Yeah,
Persona 6. Yeah.
I like some of the SMT vibes, and especially even I think maybe one of the reasons I prefer Persona 3 and 5 to 4, even if this is maybe a lesser reasons. I love the edgier aesthetics. I'm a very edgy person, okay? So I just like the more of the edge, and like whatever this looks like, it looks very up my alley. I really can't wait to see what all of that means, you know, like or what's going to turn into.
Agree. It's pretty dark, like my
I want to address.
See, that's me, but unironically.
Because the night will be the night that I will fall for you.
That's the music I listen to too. So he nails me. He gets me.
I want to address something. I feel like a lot of people like say that I saw this in chat right now too, but I feel like I see this opinion a lot. People said that it's like a bait and switch because Persona 5's teaser was pretty dark too, but I've seen Persona
No,
5's
I'm
teaser. It's
thinking
not
that.
on this fucking level. It's not on this
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
level. Persona 5's teaser
I
is,
think P6
I will say,
like finished. I think those leaks are right.
I agree. I think the game's. I've been saying this. I think the game's been feature complete for about 2 years. I'm almost certain.
And
of
also,
that.
guys,
I'm
I
like-
think it's been
P5
feature complete for
I'm
1
like-
year. They've been bug fixing for a while.
P5 still had a lot of edge to it, okay? Joker's Awakening, he gets like a bloody face, it's like Pixar Go Raw, okay? There's a lot of edgy imagery, and I mean in general, it's a game about revolution and rebellion. Yeah, you know, it's got the funnier moments too. But I think that's likely kind of the same route P6 will go down. I mean, I think it'll still have the brighter moments. It'll still have the social sim and all that. I'd be very surprised if they deviated very heavily from something like that.
I want them to
with
do a
this
bathhouse
format.
scene, but have it be like a complete flip on their head where the boys freak out at the girls.
You might as well. P5 didn't have
be
one,
Kino.
surprisingly, or at least not one like
Well,
that.
hold on. Strikers has
Strikers
one.
did.
Strikers has one.
Oh, that one.
And
You
Strikers
know
was
what?
bad.
We don't talk about that one. It wasn't in the main game.
I have a friend who thinks that Strikers is like their favorite Persona game, which I think is insane. But
Arguably the worst bathhouse scene too.
Yeah.
Persona 4 is
Persona 4 is bad.
Persona 4 is 2.
I like Persona. Like if I have to say one that I like Persona 3 is for making the gameplay segment because that at least makes it a little bit
Yeah,
funnier when you fuck up.
I think that P3's is kind of like,
I
yeah,
think there's the best one.
if
yeah.
I have to fucking do this, I would rather have an option while doing it.
And at least Mitsuru at the end
Yeah.
says she's gonna fucking kill all of them or something. That's kind of funny. I laughed.
That is
I'll
funny.
admit.
The execute one, yeah, that's good. And
I
like,
probably
the,
didn't
like,
laugh
if you,
audibly,
like,
but I,
succeeded-
Yeah, there's good lines
I
in
chuckle.
there.
I chuckle like when you
it's
succeed, like the guilt.
cross-dressing pageant for me. Like it's funny. I
That
don't mind.
one
Oh,
actually.
that
oh,
one's
yeah.
that was good. I
Oh,
like
that
that
one.
one. That one's
I'm a
good.
fan of
I like that one.
I do like
I'd hit it.
P4 is very comedic
hit it.
vibe. Even the fucking oh my god, the beach scene where Kanji loses his fucking. That's funny
That one
too.
also.
Yeah, like.
People are definitely the most comedic scenes in the series. Like fucking.
Oh sure, bro.
Yeah, I'm ready to be born.
Boy, damn it. That's good. That's
fuck.
That's fire. That's some heat.
Man, a watermelon.
How's that new VA gonna top it? That new VA who people are theorizing is Aaron Paul of Breaking Bad, by the way.
Yeah, no, I
Listen, by
see
the way.
that. It's really funny. I don't think it is like at all, but
That second clip does
it
kind of sound like
I
him.
will admit.
I don't think it's impossible. I'll say that. I really don't think it's impossible.
Yo, a watermelon.
But we really haven't heard enough to really say that definitively it is or anything like that. I think it actually would be. I will say one thing. I would actually welcome it because I think it would be really good for like a lot of crossover appeal. I think Aaron Paul, like being like this guy who was on one of the greatest TV shows of all time, if not the greatest. And then I don't know if he did anything quite as huge after that. BoJack was kind of big, but like. Just he has that crossover appeal by being a guy who's outside of this community, right? And I think that could bring some intrigue to a series that is already gaining a lot of popularity outside of its niche community, I'd be down for it, is all I'm saying, okay? And hey, the original was Troy Baker. He was a big guy at the time. Maybe not as big as Aaron Paul, but, He did Dispatch as well,
too, or
yeah.
Am I crazy? You're
Yeah.
crazy. No, he did not do Dispatch. He
No,
must be
yeah,
an
that was Troy
Dispatch,
Baker.
that was,
you're thinking of,
No,
That was
no,
Troy
no.
Baker. Yeah.
No. They swapped.
Oh yeah,
That
he
was
did play
actually
Invisigal.
Screamix?
Shit, no, I forgot.
He played
Oh, you're right. He did.
Invisigal?
No, that's actually true.
yeah.
Invisigal. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that could be a funny thing. And a cool thing even.
You gon' tell on me.
So we saw that they did do a revival broadcast earlier in this in the past week, I think on the 18th, 19th, one of those days. That gave us even more information on Persona 4 Revival. I did appreciate this broadcast, but it really only showed us more of the things they had already shown, like expanding on it, which I think is good, but they're still hiding away so much. Like they didn't even want to show characters past Yukiko really too
Yeah.
much, and they're kind of
mind that,
a little
though.
bit. I don't mind it either. Yeah, I think
I
it's
thought it was a
fun
good
to
stream.
that.
I thought it was a
So
solid
did I.
stream, especially
I
for like
enjoyed it.
first-time Persona players. If like you're looking to get into the series, I think that
That's a good
this hype
like,
cycle
summary.
is perfect for new players.
There was a lot
I
of
agree.
interesting stuff too when you really broke it down. Like, I mean, us Persona fans, we look over everything, and there is a lot you could find out even by only seeing a little. I mean, how we found out that Shadow Kanji difference, and that thing's on screen for like 1 second. I think a interesting one to me, and potentially a scary one. I'm trying to find in some of the footage. Whenever I looked, I did go and I went over all of this on stream, and I feel like whenever there was dungeon I think every
Yeah,
single
no,
dungeon
this.
gameplay clip had this.
This scares me.
This.
If this is a
okay. I think
direct
it's fun.
path to the stairs on every floor, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah.
I am praying that either A, this is for a lower difficulty thing, literally safe mode.
That's what I'm hoping. Or at least
B,
not on the
that
hardest.
This is like for treasure or something, or C, this is for like a quest, and they added like new quests to the dungeons and
Yeah.
such.
The problem with all the other ones, I'm hoping this will at least be something that's disabled if you're playing on like Merciless or something. There's no way something like this should be on Merciless, I think.
Even fucking
Yeah,
normal, dude.
I
I swear to
agree.
God. If
yeah,
this literally got you to
I don't know if I'm
the
that
stairs on
hopeful.
normal difficulty, I will lose my shit.
But the problem with that is it's in, I think, every single dungeon
Yes.
clip in this stream. I don't think there's a single
That's
one where it's
what
not.
scares me.
So if it's like a quest thing or something, damn, they just have this quest active the whole time they did this or something. Like that sounds just a little unlikely. Which is the scary part. Damn, did they ever show any fucking other dungeon gameplay? I know they did. But it seemed like, and even the screenshots on the website, I think, also have it a lot. It's a bit of a scary thing. Especially when we've already seen too, you can already kind of, it seems like you can save mid-dungeon or whatever. I'm really hoping these at least
autosaves as well.
Yeah, and there's autos.
We've
like,
seen an autosave
yeah.
icon in the broadcast itself. But I don't remember exactly where it was. But in a dungeon crawling section where we're just running,
I think it's at the beginning
full
of the
autosave
floor.
icon in the bottom right, confirmed autosaving.
Yeah.
So you can save at any time in a dungeon. It looks like.
I'm hoping these will, at least most of these QOL things will be gone on the highest difficulty at least, because they do sound like they sound very abusable, and they sound very, yeah, I mean, look, the dungeons are already, and it doesn't seem like this is changing too much in Revival. They're already mostly hallways, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think you need a somebody to direct you. Like, there's already so many places you could go. I also don't know how this would even work on something like Void Quest with its
fuck,
gimmick.
dude, look, it's going to the right there. It doesn't go forwards. It's totally going to the stairs. Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
my
you're
God.
right.
It's a
yeah,
fucking guide to the stairs.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Oh
dumb,
my
man.
God.
Like, this is before Resay too, so it's like not even like a navigator
yeah.
first sort of deal. It's just
The literal first dungeon of the game, mind you. Yeah.
oh my god.
But maybe
Oh,
it'll be.
no.
Okay,
Okay,
again,
well-
how could this even work on something like Void Quest though, where the whole point is that you're kind of, I don't even know, fuck that dungeon, but like it's like you're trial and error and going through different areas.
What if they neutered it? What if they neutered Void Quest? You don't know. Maybe it's like not.
What if they neutered Yukiko's
I mean,
castle even? You know how it's that one puzzle where you
Yeah.
have like the teleportation part of it?
Mhm.
Like, is that gonna just not exist anymore
I
because
mean,
of this?
like I can be okay. I said I hated all the gimmicks in P4's dungeon, so I'd be okay with them getting rid of it. But replacing it with something was the hope here. Not getting rid of it and giving us there's a direction to go and just be like, all right,
Yeah,
there you
Some
go.
like P5X fucking walk to the exclamation point.
little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Literally, actually, yeah, quite literally. And I think my problem with Reload's floors in Tartarus is that when you got Fuka, you could quite literally just scan a floor and go to the next one, scan a floor, go to the next one, scan a floor, just keep doing that, refresh your SP, and you can get through
Yeah, I
the
did
entire
that,
block of
guys.
Tartarus without
Yeah,
even grinding.
I did that, guys. I did that when I played.
Should have
Persona
done
3 Reload.
that.
I did that.
God damn it!
But with Revival, it looks like you don't even need to do that because it's just going to give you an auto like walk place like how P5X does it. That has me very concerned for the difficulty of
I
this
think
game
it's
because
really stupid.
I think there's a lot of opportunity to actually make this game pretty balanced despite mechanics like Prime Time and the Send Flying stuff.
Yeah.
With just based off of how P4
Damn,
is.
that shot of
with its
Narukami looking out in the
bosses.
rain is fire. Unrelated to what you're saying.
It's
That
so
shot of him
fire.
looking
Oh
out
my
in the rain
God,
is
this game's
actually
so
heat.
pretty,
That shot is
dude.
actually fire. That shot's heat. That shot's heat.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
don't even point out the visuals to me because I'm going to be staring at them for the next hour and a half if you do.
Speaking of the battle stuff, God, this it really is in every clip, huh?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the meter here and the primetime stuff and whatnot? Because people are dooming over this being the easiest
going
video
first.
game
I
of
call
all
dibs.
time, but I have kind of a mixed opinion. Go ahead.
I think this, like I was saying earlier, I think this has the potential to be balanced.
Mhm.
Nothing about it sounds extremely crazy, right? Like it's baton pass for everyone, no skill cost, and you get 4 more. 4 more is the craziest part of that, if I'm being honest.
I agree.
And I think that if they go the route of vanilla P4, where some of the bosses didn't have weaknesses, they expand upon their gimmicks a bit more, because P4's bosses were a bit less gimmicky, I would say so, than other Persona games, in my opinion. A lot more damage spongy, though. And if they lean into not only making it more damage spongy, but also increasing like the amount of gimmicks and stuff, maybe even giving them like phases for each boss. Like each boss has now 3 to 4 phases. I think that Prime Time could actually be a really balanced mechanic, specifically because it would be a mainstay part of the boss fight strategy to get through those phases. You have to plan out your turn and centralize your damage, while also navigating the enemy's attacks, where it would also make normal gameplay just a bit more efficient, while not really making it like Theurgy spammable, because A, it's only 1 for all party members. B, if you go through and like look how much the charge fills based off of certain things, it will actually take you a fair bit of time to fill it up, like
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
battles or so. If I'm doing the math correctly, I saw someone do the math on Twitter. I think it was Meowcat.
It was, yeah, I saw that tweet too.
Yeah, like 12 battles or so to get full charge, which is way better than Theurgy, and I don't see it affecting normal dungeon crawling gameplay very much, other than just making it easier to get through, more efficient. And I feel like that's what people complain about with P4 the most, was just getting through the dungeons. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it has a lot of potential.
I
but
like the
it
mechanic.
does scare me.
I like how different it is from Theurgy, and I do like how long it takes to fill it. I'm still a little concerned because like it feels like the type of thing you're filling and only using on mini bosses and bosses. I don't know. I don't think there's a good reason with how long it takes to fill to be using on like regular encounters unless you just really want to get through a specific one quickly. And in P3R, I don't like particularly that you can bring 4 Theurgies to a mini boss and slam it. You know, I think at
Yeah.
least it should drain a percentage of the bar. If not get rid of it entirely. Because it kind of feels like it's more interesting if you're building it during the battle and then you have to think about, oh shit, well I can do this, or I can do this and it might fill the bar more, but it might not be as good as this attack or something like that. If you have to think about that more, I think that's more interesting than just bringing it in.
Kind of why I'm hoping it's balanced like around boss fights, and they balance boss fights around prime time. Because if they just put prime time in and have normal Persona bosses, or even just like normal Persona 4 Golden bosses, right? They don't change the gimmicks, they don't really change the health bar. Prime time is gonna make those bosses a fucking cakewalk.
Yeah.
I want them to go a bit crazy with the gimmicks, go a bit crazy with the HP. Make it so that I have to use multiple prime times. Make it so I have to use 2. I start with a prime time, and I wouldn't be able to finish the battle just through 1.
I will
Like,
say,
I think that is my dream balance for it, is that bosses are hard and it doesn't change normal encounters.
I think something that scares me about it, that I don't think it needs, that Theurgy I didn't think needed, was alt attacks bypassing enemy resistance.
Bypass resistance.
I don't know why they keep doing
that's
this.
dumb.
I didn't like it in Reload. I don't know. This is already strong enough without it. I don't know why you have to strip back the affinity system when it's a pretty core system of, you know, Persona.
Yeah.
Like getting rid of
I
it
agree with
during
that.
these mechanics, I don't think it needs. It's already strong enough. I don't. That it's just a bizarre thing to me.
I think
when
that's
I
part of
saw
the
it
reason my
again,
Theurgies are so fucking busted too, because
Yeah.
you can go into a mini boss that like resists everything with like Aegis or something, and just one Orgia mode,
Yeah.
and the battle's over.
Why don't I have to think about which Theurgy I'm using? Why can't I just use any of them like they're all the same? Like
Yeah.
they're basically all Almighty. And fine, that makes Almighty weaker too, which God knows already weak enough in fucking Persona. So I don't.
Yeah, no, they've gutted the fuck out of Almighty in the recent Persona games, and
I feel
to
like
an
it's
extent,
always
it's never
kinda
really been
shook,
that
to be
strong in
fair.
the first place.
Yeah. Like the new game it's strong in, but it's only because it lets you do physical versions of it. Metaphor's fucking physical almighty shit is cracked out, dude. It's super strong. I'll say, as long as we're on the topic of balance here, I do like these new mechanics. You didn't mention Ascend Flying. I think that one's a cool idea.
That one I'm
expand on
most excited
technical-
for.
The even prime time sounds like a great idea for a mechanic. The issue is, and this is not even true for just, it's true for one more, it's true for Baton Pass. It's an issue with Persona 3, 4, and 5 in general, is the fact that there's such a gap, and it's increasing even more between the players and the enemies. The thing SMT does right is that press turns for us work the exact same as they do for the enemies. That's
Yes,
why it feels so
I
balanced
agree,
in SMT.
fully.
In Persona, there is such a gap in power. It is absurd. Add that to the fact that the protagonist in Persona can swap fucking personas freely, like, and target different affinities. Like, it's such an imbalance. It's absurd. It's such a shame that I don't think we're gonna see this, because I think it's something that should be done. I think there should be some equalizer for enemies, man. Like, let them baton pass, you know? Let them use prime time. Maybe some stripped down version of it, but give them something,
I
right?
mean, sometimes
I just don't
go
like that the gap
crazy.
is increasing further.
Give them a buff, an advantage, or something even.
Yeah, sure.
Give
Like
them something.
anything. Like, and it's like it doesn't even have to be
I
big,
agree with
because we
that.
know, like,
Yeah.
in like Metaphor hard mode, like even like the fact that the enemies have one more turn, that makes a difference in and of itself. That is already a massive difficulty hike, right? Like, just something, right? But Persona is very prioritized around the narrative, and that's fine. I like narrative-based games, but there's no reason to combat, because the combat's fun. There's no reason it can't be challenging too, you know?
Sure. I think the way they try to offset this with some bosses in the series is just giving them a lot of turn. Obviously, they get the one mores if they hit the weaknesses, and then they just kind of they'll just give them like 4 base turns or whatever. Like, I think Mark, he takes a fuck ton of turns in his fight at the end of P5R. Like, he'll take 2 or 3
Yeah, something like that.
turns in a row. So that seems to
think
be
it's
the way
fair.
they're trying to offset it, by just giving them more. But I don't know, man. And even then, you have 4 party members, so you're basically already getting 4 turns.
Hey, I advocate for, I think also a big help would be smarter AI. I'll tell this story. I'll promise to be quick. I had a friend who was playing Persona 5 Royal, super duper underleveled, and this was in Shido's palace, right? The very far end of the game. They were fighting Shido, and they were so underleveled that they had to use like personas that they had that nullified certain attacks. They had to swap out and pray to God that Shido would be using an attack that would get nullified by that persona that they had equipped. I see no reason why more boss fights can't feel that tense even when you're leveled. I want them to be smart and target weaknesses to the point where you have to fucking keep on swapping, right? Or you have to, guarding is an actual thing you need to do. Like, there's no reason why they can't be more on the ball about that. There's so much that you can do to increase the difficulty in these games. It's a shame that we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I would love
think
Revival to
Atlas
try,
is
but I have my
terrified.
doubts.
They are.
I think they are,
Atlas is
because
terrified.
the
The
series
last
is
time
like
they
it's
did
like they're
something
it's like
difficult with a
casual.
boss,
Hmm?
like unique.
Oh,
was
Okumura.
Okumura's. Yeah,
Yep,
and
the fight's easy as fuck,
everyone
by the way.
screamed about that for years. They're like, this is the hardest fight by far. And can I just drop a truth nuke real quick? That boss fight wasn't hard for me. I never struggled with it. I don't think I've
I
ever
didn't
died in
either.
Okumura's fight. It's literally just baton passing. If you had been playing the game before that point, and you do one turn where the baton pass doesn't work, and they're like, you'll have to kill all the enemies at once if you want to proceed in this boss battle. And you're like, oh, I have to kill all the enemies at once to proceed in this boss battle. And then you do. Anyone who is confused by that isn't ready for anything harder than that either. And that's why I feel like Atlas is so terrified, because there's so many complaints about Okumura's fights.
Yeah.
And
Like,
people say it's
wait,
like
I
one of
just-
the weakest areas of the game.
They-
I loved Okumura's
We
fight,
see
actually.
Koen Daisuke here. I didn't even notice that. What the fuck? They're in this trailer.
We
I
saw
didn't even
Koen Daisuke a
notice
couple
that.
times, yeah.
you know what?
I didn't even notice, bro.
We
Oh my
also
God.
saw Saki and Naoki in the background of the shopping district earlier.
Oh wow, I didn't
Yeah.
even notice. Sorry, to your point, I think it's a lot of it's just because Persona is their casual series. Like it's the one that appeals to the most people, and a big part of their fear for that is they want the games to be simpler. But at the same time,
Well,
you could just have these
I
things
don't
be relegated
know
to the harder
if
difficulties
that's
for enthusiasts. I mean,
fully
Right, like-
the motive though. Like, there are something like I think a lot of bosses will specifically target all your party members and will kind of ignore the main character until the end, and I think that's because they don't want to be too harsh on you. So there are some things I think that are designed to be a little nicer to you, but I think the main problem with Persona, because again, if you want to make the games easy for casuals, well, that's fine, but that's what we have difficulty options for. Like, there's no
True, I
reason
agree.
you should be making your hardest difficulty easy for accessibility. It doesn't even make any sense. I think,
Air conditioner on.
yeah, some people were dooming about some. Did he just do that? That's crazy. That's wild. That's like he called
Sorry,
this
I'm
fucking
hot.
persona. Y'all yell to my air conditioning.
Computer, turn on air conditioner.
Air conditioner.
With like there's some quote from Wada at the end of this trailer here that people took wildly out of context, that people are dooming about him saying that he wanted to make the game stress free or whatever, and people were taking that to mean the difficulty. But if you actually look at the
Yeah.
full quote, he's talking about the UI and the jankiness of the fights to be quick. I don't know what the fuck this quote is now, but it's somewhere in the stream.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. People took that to mean a certain way. I don't think, like, people always say, well, they make the games really easy for accessibility. I don't think that makes any sense, though. You have the accessibility is the difficulty options. That's why you have them. That doesn't make sense to make your hardest difficulty easy for who? The people who want an easy game but accidentally click the hard version and don't turn on the difficulty? It doesn't make any sense. I think
I hope that
if you...
little orange glowy navigation path works like auto walk in PQ, where you just hit one button and it plays the dungeon for you.
Based.
That's a thing.
I don't know, it's such an Odyssey gameplay. Who cares? The game
Yo.
sucks.
PQ sucks, by the way, don't play it.
But with fuck, what was I gonna say? With I think if you look at the reasons Persona's actually super easy, I don't think it comes down to like as much as like a, oh man, let's make our hard difficulties even really easy. Because like I think the reason they end up being easy is because there's this power crutch. That's why a lot of these games are hardest at the beginning, because the more mechanics you gain, the game just can't keep up balancing for them, and it just starts to become fucked, and the player just has so many options and so many things, especially if you're optimizing too. You're just gonna steamroll these guys if you know what you're doing, and I think that has always been the core of it. So I don't even know how much of it is like a conscious decision of like, let's make this game really easy, as much as like a, hey, let's put a bunch of these cool mechanics in because people like cool mechanics. I like cool mechanics, but are we gonna balance for them? Well, that's a lot. I don't know. You know.
And I guess we can touch on this is the only Persona game in recent memory, correct me if I'm wrong, without tactics. I believe
Yeah.
Metaphor didn't have them
Yes.
as well.
Metaphor
Yeah.
has them.
Metaphor has them? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not a
I mean,
tactics
no.
person, so
Oh, you're wrong. Never mind. I'm wrong. They kind of do. It's like you can set them to do specific things. I think on auto it on like Rush, and like they'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
It's like tactics, but only for Rush. It's kind of there, but not
Like,
really. It's
Tactics
like,
light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Real shame, yeah. Fuck. Rip
Yeah,
Bozo.
I use
Rip
tactics
Bozo.
all the
Yeah,
time.
I
use tactics
mean,
all the
look,
time. It's
I think
very
it was a matter
funny.
of time. Tactics was kind of a meme, and I think at one point they already got it. It's a little unfortunate because I'd rather have it there than not have it there, but I'm not crying the biggest tears. I don't know if I've ever made the conscious decision to be like, I want to play this game with tactics today. You know, like that's something I want to do outside of like some challenge run that's meant to torture me endlessly. Like that's not
Yeah,
really
on some real shit.
you know.
Fez fans gargle my balls. Tactics sucks.
Oh,
I do not like that
I think-
system. I'm so sorry.
I think
and I
they're
think that
not
Fez is only
interesting, but-
difficult because tactics makes it artificially difficult. It's not difficult because it's challenging the player. It's difficult because you need to rely on the game to do something for you, and if it doesn't, well, shucks. Wait till next turn.
John Persona just made call out to all Fez fans there.
Yeah, that's an enemy. I mean, I like Fez, to be clear, but it's not because of tactics.
I mean, look, I don't.
like
I
Fez.
certainly
Don't
don't
get me
like.
wrong. Okay, let me not say I like Fez because I fucking love Fez.
Okay.
All right, tactics is just easily my least favorite part about it and makes me loathe playing that game again.
No, I kind of feel you there. I mean, if you want to play that game again, by the way, there are direct party control mods that are pretty easy to set up. Pretty good.
I have it on PS2. I usually just play it on the console.
You have a fucking PlayStation 2?
I have a
it's crazy. We're so
PlayStation.
far behind
I
everybody
have a
else.
PS2. Who are
What?
you talking to?
Wait, you didn't play Persona. You didn't play
Let's
Persona on
laugh
it,
at
though. You
Ink
didn't-
Up.
Yeah,
you didn't play Persona on it, though.
I
You know,
didn't.
you didn't
no.
play Persona on
But
it,
that's
though.
because I got into Persona in 2020. I'm not opening up my PS2. I'm
Yeah,
not,
I got
not one of those people.
P4, P3 Fez, and then I have the first Kingdom Hearts, which I have not played yet.
I used to play as a kid.
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom
Fire.
Hearts. I was too
Kingdom Hearts
lost as a
is
kid
deep.
to understand it though. But yeah, I mean, look, tactics is not my favorite system. Obviously, I far prefer. I think there's just way more depth to the game if you have full control. You can just do more. There's more strategies you can set up because you're not relying on an AI that effectively has less options or less thinking than you could ever do. So of course, I mean,
Oh my God.
yeah,
I
I
just
prefer
realized
Fez if
something.
it had direct party control, basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They repurposed we mentioned this when it first happened, how the crit animation is like new, but for Narukami at least they repurposed the animation for it for Send Them Flying. It's the same it's like really similar at least to his like crit animation in the original Persona 4. That's cool. I didn't even notice that.
Was
That's
it?
like a very small thing. But
Yeah,
that's
because like Reload changed the crit animations a fair bit.
Was it this one?
true, I did. The Send
go
Flying
back
for
one more.
Narukami. It's further back, I think.
Is it? Oh fuck.
Yeah.
10 more seconds. Go back.
Am I just watching the same thing over and over again? I can't even
It's
tell.
for Yukiko, but it's still that is Yukiko's crit animation. Like that is her.
Oh, it's gonna be
original
here.
one.
It's gonna be here. Oh, you
Where
see
she
it right there.
goes
Yeah, he's doing it right
flip,
there.
flip, and then
Oh,
she does
that's-
the
Yeah.
big fan throw with the twirl.
Oh, did they really repurpose the regular crit animations for this? That's really cool. I don't think I noticed that really. If that's the case.
I don't even know if that's the regular crit animation.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
sure.
that might be like a shorter version of the one. Like, yeah, these are just the endings of the ones from Golden.
That's really cool.
Can we go
That's
to a
actually
point
really
where we
cool.
can see like an actual crit? Because I'm pretty sure those are like completely different
Yeah,
from the
they
ones in
are
Golden.
different.
No, they are. They're
Um,
different. We've seen Narukami's at the start
yeah,
of this
so-
trailer. I
Okay,
think.
so the crits from Golden, the like last bit of it for each of the characters is looking like their Sen flying animation is like directly taken from that. Because yeah, Yukiko does her little twirl afterwards. That's sick, actually.
That's actually really
God,
cool. I
there's so
didn't
many
notice that
cool
until
little
right now.
details in Revival so far.
They
Like,
showed them
first of all, the
before.
box art being inspired by the original on PS2, similar to how Reloads was. And then like the like TV dial in the battle menu, like instead of just having the line that rotates, it's an actual TV dial now.
Yeah, that's cool.
And there's more. I had another one in my head that was really good that I wanted to mention, but
Yeah, I think they
Um,
there's a lot of cool like repurposing and kind of fan servicey things, or even just repurposing stuff from the original game into different areas. So you can still keep the same aesthetic. Yeah. Here's
Yeah.
a crit
I will-
animations is Yukiko's, I think.
Do you guys want to? What's it called? Do you guys want to nitpick? Because I'm gonna nitpick right now. Okay. One thing I don't like as much in Revival compared to the original, the summon like sound, the animation for it, and the sound for it, like the crushing of the card, is way weaker than it is in Golden. I don't know why. The sound effect I chose, it just feels so much more flat.
Hmm.
Can we go listen to it? Do you have a
I
clip? Where is
you
it?
kind
can
of
probably find it here.
disagree. I haven't listened to it enough to make a full judgment, but
I think it's in. You can see it in the also the.
I think
the,
it sounded
the
great.
actual like broadcast.
Here.
It does in the crit. In the, oh, here, yeah. But rewind
yeah,
it
in
for
the
a second.
crit animation.
Yeah.
In the crit animation, it sounds. But like, I mean, like in like the regular one, like when he's just like doing it normally without any crit or like weakness hit, it just sounds way more boring. Listen to it.
Oh, I have it muted. Whoops.
Time.
Prime time.
Overwhelming enemies with a barrage of relentless attacks.
Listen
one
to
there?
that. Yeah, it's so weak.
With
Sounds
a
so
barrage of
bad.
relentless attacks.
I
Like,
think it's a
you know what
bit
it reminds
quiet.
me
I
of?
think that's the problem.
You know what it reminds me of? Like the summoning in the Persona 3 movies is also super weak, and I think it's for similar reasons as it is here.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know. Yeah, have
I
you seen
like
the
the
Persona 3
summoning in the
movies?
P3 movies.
Really? I think they so like there's just like no impact. There's like the something Reload did really well was it gave a lot of
Oh no,
impact
I
to
really
summoning.
one of my favorite like summonings in the whole series is when Makoto like for when is it? I think it's in the Love Hotel. He goes like Harusona and he like puts the gun to his head and then he has like one eye blue or something. That's one of my favorite summonings in the series, and I love the way it sounds and everything and the way it flows.
don't
I
know,
like the
sound
P3
effect in
movies.
The movies just feel so sad. I like the movies too, but
I felt like it
I
had
don't know. I
like
don't-
great impact with the Awakenings. Or not the Awakenings,
Damn,
the
really?
summonings.
I can kind of agree just listening to that clip in isolation. I don't fully remember how the original one sounds, but I do think
I do. I think problem is just a little quiet maybe.
it did. Fuck, I want to say it sounded a little different. I'm just trying to remember how it sounds in the original. 'Cause obviously, I played that game
It does sound different.
twice.
I
It
just
sounds
don't think
it
it's, like, a
sounds gentler.
bad
Yeah,
difference.
It
to
might
me,
be
it
more
sounds gentler
gentle,
in,
and perhaps
Yeah.
I
perhaps
guess.
I can
Eh,
agree that
I don't
it's
think
not
it's
as
like
good.
it is
This is
definitely a
nitpickable
nitpick, I will
nitpicks, by
say
the way.
that, yeah.
Nitpickable nitpicks. Yeah, nitpickable nitpicks, by the way.
Um,
I mean,
I guess we'll have to see when the game comes out.
There are some
it's like the same
things.
tier of like issue of like how like when you summon when Makoto summons in a P3R, he doesn't do like the little gun flip. He only does that in the
Hey,
like, when
that's
you're
cool
changing your
though.
persona.
I did like how they.
yeah, I like the way they
put
changed
that in there.
Makoto's gun flip to be changing personas. I thought that was cool.
But no, it looks great. No, I agree.
I will say there again, like I said, I think there's some things that I think Reload does better. Just at least comparing the visuals here. Like this summon animation, I like it. Having the little persona here, I don't remember if that was there in Reload. But I do like how Reloads kind of look with the full model in the thing a little
I
bit better.
like how
so.
they kind of invert it with Revival,
think
where
re-
instead of having the character on the side and then the big menu, it's like the character is the big menu and then they have the persona on the side. And
Yeah.
the thing I like about Revivals quite a bit is that you can literally see them. It's the perfect visual metaphor for thinking of your skills. It's great. I think I do like P3s just a tad bit more though.
Yeah.
Reload is clever in that it mirrors the Burn My Dread visuals, which I really fuck with.
Yes.
That's what gets it for me. That's why I love it so much.
I think that Revivals is clever in terms of its like representation of imagery, but I don't think it's clever in terms of like this is doing something Persona 4 related, whereas Revival is like this is or not Revival. Reload is like this summoning animation is so incredibly Persona 3. This is the Persona 3 sauce right here. This is so
We're gonna be getting those names confused for like at least like 5 years. Reload and Revival, they sound very similar to each other. It's kind of fucked up.
I want
Yeah.
to see more of these menus. Even though there's a little detail with this menu here, where Narakami's like,
I like
when you go to
Narakami
the persona,
a lot.
yeah, he's opening up the
Open
door.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just little like, God, I gotta see all these menus, man. They're hiding
I've
most of
already
them from
combed through
us.
all the menus and stuff and picked apart a lot of the details. I just think it's so cool. And like I definitely think this menu is a lot better than my concept, but I am disappointed that one thing I wanted was like to show the persona on the menu, like how it did in like Portable, and I think it did in Fez as well. Where it shows the equipped persona you have like behind the protagonist or something. I thought it'd be really cool.
Mhm.
If you had like Izanagi on one side or the other. You can probably pull up the concept if you just search up like Persona 4 Revival menu concept. This one on Reddit.
Nice. Yes, built by Google. Thank
Persona.
you. Persona 4 Revival
Persona.
menu combat or concept.
Yeah, concept. Let me go to
What am I looking
images.
for?
That one, first one.
Oh shit!
I made this a while ago in like
Damn.
2 hours because I wanted to do something like comic styled, and I thought it like the best idea I had was having like that dual like sided thing with the equipped persona on one side and then Narukami on the other. And I'm just so happy that the menu looks better than mine because I thought mine looked like shit when I posted it, and then it got like a
This
lot
is
of
a cool
attention, and I'm
concept,
like, oh.
actually. I do like this.
I fuck with it.
Yeah,
As a concept, yeah, for sure.
I think for like a different Persona game, maybe if this was a Persona spin-off, this would be a decent menu. If this was for a racing game,
I think the only reason they wouldn't do something like this maybe is because having the persona in the menu at all times. One, I don't even think they do drawings of the personas anymore. I think P5X is the first game that gave us persona drawings in a
Yeah.
while because they just show the 3D models. Hi Wada, in these menus now.
since
Hi,
like
Wada.
Portable Remaster, yeah, I don't think we've seen hand-drawn personas.
Yeah, so they don't have the drawings, and then two, even with this specific style too, you'd have to draw them uniquely for this menu
Yeah,
and every
like,
single one.
yeah.
It'd be a lot.
No, I just thought it was like a really cool concept. Like
Yeah.
in theory, if this happens for like Persona 6 or something, I would be over the moon.
That
happy.
would be pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I do think you lose a little bit not having the illustrations anymore. Like, this is more representative of how they actually look, obviously, because it's their actual model. But, I mean, having the illustrations is cool. When like, again, I hate to give P5X anything, but we'll give it some things. I do think them redrawing all the personas for that game is cool, okay?
Yeah, I'll give it that.
I mean, I guess
it is
yeah.
cool.
I mean,
I wish that it was like in the splash menu like this. It did show 2D art, and then you click on it and it actually shows the model.
Yeah.
However, I understand why they don't use 2D art anymore for it, really, and I don't hate the models whatsoever. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous, and they do a good job. It's just like, yeah, 2D art would obviously be preferable just because it looks cooler, and you obviously know more work was put in, so it's like a subconscious feeling of, oh my god, this is more awesome, but
yeah, I get you.
Yeah. It's,
who's navigating a menu right now?
That's my phone. My phone loves doing that little sound effect whenever I get a
Oh,
notification.
I
That's how I
don't
keep
have a
up.
notification sound, but do you know the Bear 5 picture?
Mm-hmm. Wait, Bear,
Whenever
wait,
I get
Bear
a
5?
notification on my phone, it pops up over my phone
I
like
see.
5 different times in different
What the
places.
fuck? Wait, this is what pops up on your phone?
Yeah, that exact image, like the PNG,
Wait,
it'll
that's
pop up on my
awesome.
phone like a solid 5 times or so. Yeah, so I am a programmer, and so my Android phone has a lot of crazy things on it. Like my taskbar, my like app drawer button, my home button, and my back button are completely different things. Like my home button, you know that one image of like the really whitewashed Solid Snake who's like blonde in front of the pyramids?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
And then the like app drawer button is that one image of Charlie Kirk cuddling with Judy Hopps. And then I have like you know Remy's brother from Ratatouille?
Mm-hmm.
That's my back button.
Does this not
Okay.
scare you at night? I feel like this would scare me.
Yeah, like
It
Bro,
has
if I'm
actually,
like,
yes.
if like, but like, you're waking up first thing and see Charlie Kirk on your fucking phone, I wouldn't know how to act, bro. That would confuse the
No,
fuck out of me.
it's just my home button.
I mean, it's just your home button.
Well, you can tell we've run out of things to say. Well, Persona 4...
I'm just debilitated by Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry, that just kind of got me.
I think that's
of a better way to end
basically...
this podcast episode.
I was
than
gonna
with Charlie
say,
Kirk.
that's pretty much everything we saw, I think, so far. Things are finally looking up for us Atlas fans, okay? After a lot of nothing, we're finally getting some things.
Wait, just hang on 1 second. I just remembered this. This is what I wanted to talk about, like really, really early on in the podcast. I completely forgot about this detail. The fog in Yukiko's castle. I don't know if you guys noticed. At some points it's blue, and at some points it's like more of a red.
Really? I don't know if
So
I-
it's
did not
looking
notice
like
that, actually.
the fog is probably going to change like as you go up in the floor, or some floors are just going to have different fog. Because
So
if you
it's
look at some like
reddish,
screenshots, see red fog, but then if you look different in the trailer, like different places, there's I think it's around like 4 minutes in ish. Like during walking section in the dungeons.
Maybe earlier.
Yeah, and there's blue fog instead of red.
I'd have to
It's
find
around this
screenshots
one, I
of it.
swear.
It's hard to...
Yeah, like there's probably screenshots of it somewhere.
Okay. So it's more... Oh, here.
Yeah, here.
Fuck.
Yeah, see?
Come on.
And it's blue fog.
Oh, thanks. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I think it's more
So
red.
maybe
I didn't
Reaper
notice that.
floor,
Okay.
maybe Hard Shadow floor, maybe Golden Shadow, maybe
early floor.
yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe it's gets more sinister as you rise up. Who knows?
That is
That'd be
true.
really
They're
cool.
doing. I didn't notice that. It's a very subtle effect they're doing with the different fog. People saying OGP forward the same thing. Is that true? I didn't know.
No, not as
No?
far as I know. I think that the floor that
I
you
have no idea.
teleport on, like with all the like weird teleporting places, has like a different colored fog, but it's the only floor to my knowledge that changes its fog color like in the game.
Hmm.
And I think it's just like a little darker. It's almost how it looks in Golden.
Yeah, Golden
If
did
I'm remembering correctly, at least.
did tone down some of the fog effects, and that's the one I've played, so I'm not as familiar
Some?
with the stuff.
Like all.
Yeah, vaguely all of
It's
them, yeah.
unfortunate because Golden definitely does look worse than the original, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a
Especially
shame.
after starting it on PS2 and everything. Darn shame, but hey, fog restoration mod, that doing the Lord's work, Mudkip, that is absolutely beautiful. I think it's Mudkip. God, if I got that mod creator wrong, I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
I don't think it's Mudkip.
I
Somebody
actually
else
don't
think.
know. I don't think
But-
it's
So
either.
embarrassing for me. Gosh, that'd be so embarrassing,
okay.
wouldn't it?
It's all right. You know, we got everything wrong in this podcast. We just lied. None of this has actually been true. And then
I haven't said a single
Can you
truth.
imagine? The writers we're getting a bit lazy with our writing. We're pretending Persona 4 Revival and P6 got shown on 6-7. Really? Like, come on.
That's a bit
That's
much.
a bit on the nose,
That's
don't
hard
you
to believe.
think? Yeah. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
no, I
very
agree.
believable. They're gonna realize this is all just AI generated footage pretty soon now.
Would you like to put up the menu screenshot that we have screen? I sent the wrong one. First
Which one?
Let's do the second one.
Oh, this one.
The like screenshot of like the menu. I want to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, is this the early
this
screenshot
is
or the updated one?
the.
This is the early one. Okay.
Is there an updated one?
Yeah, it has a darker blue background and everything, so it has better contrast. You can actually see the menu options almost.
Wait, really? Do you have it like on file or something?
Let me see.
I didn't know about this, to be honest.
I know you told me that for the first time. I did see that the Japanese English trailers seem to have like different lighting and maybe some other stuff.
Yeah.
Being a little different.
You can probably find it in the broadcast. I'm not seeing image results for it really
brightness.
anywhere.
Oh, that's true. Hold on.
But I know that it has been adjusted already, because if you look at the social links menu, you can see it has a gradient blue background from dark blue to light blue. Where if you look at the original menu, it is like pretty much like a light blue to an even lighter blue. And maybe it changes based on weather, which I think could be really cool. Probably will.
What did they show this
I just think that
broadcast?
the blue has already been toned down for sunny days.
That's good.
Yeah, where does it show the menu?
Somewhere in here, I'm sure. But yeah, okay, that's interesting. Actually, I don't think I realized that little. How do you guys notice these little differences?
People already
I
said,
didn't even notice
there's a bunch
that.
of differences between the JP and English trailers already. You can see like
those
one of
I
them has
saw.
like a duplicated model in the back. The TV world, they added a bunch more fog. It looks a bit more orange and stuff now. They're still working on the game actively, and the fact that like I just can't get over it's gonna be better than what's shown off now. Are you kidding me? And like in the context of Persona 4 Revival, what the fuck is Persona 6 gonna look like?
True.
Like,
That one,
oh my
bro,
God, this game looks this good.
I found
man.
this is I searched the transcript on my videos. I found the menu here. Is this from the English broadcast?
Yeah, you can see like in the top right, even if you look at it, it's a bit darker blue compared to the actual screenshot.
Shit, wait. Actually, it does.
Oh my God, you're right.
Significantly different.
They added a bit more
Clouds are different
contrast to
too.
it. The clouds texture got updated, and there was another change that I can't remember with the menu.
I wonder if this is
pretty sure it was a little bit of the lighting on Narukami, but I can't remember. He looks a little bit like softer orange, I think. Yeah, he does look a little bit
it says
softer
Personas
orange.
here with an S.
It says, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Interesting. Can you wait, hold up. Can you have multiple?
No, that they would never do that. There's no way. There's no way they'd add that to the game. Personas?
Also, I think it says Personas compared to Persona because it's the English versus JP.
No, yeah,
really changed that.
I do think that, but none of the English games up until this point have had it say Personas.
It's never been Personas before. Also, it's items.
Oh yes,
and skills.
Wait a minute, this is all wrong. Send the game back.
Stats
Put the game back.
Status.
It's all wrong.
Why?
They fucked it up. I'm not playing this.
This is a more accurate localization, guys.
God.
I was gonna say one thing. I see no reason why they couldn't bring back the rainbow. Okay, one thing. Just give it like a streak across.
Probably
or something.
will.
I don't know.
Get brought back after a rainy day or something. I bet.
And
we haven't seen the other menus. I bet it's used in the pause menu. Like this main settings. I bet it's all throughout that.
Oh, main setting. Okay. Oh, never mind. I see.
Could be somewhere.
As for like the UI and everything, just commenting on it all, I think it's my favorite part is it literally looks like fresh off of like a TV broadcast, like the football UI or a news broadcast UI is what it looks like to me. And with the like portraits in particular, I think I mentioned this earlier, I can't remember. It's like there's like not only does it call back to like Soejima's promotional style for Persona 4 originally, but it looks like harsh studio lighting. Like you don't see many shadows on well-lit people. You'll maybe have like a butterfly loop light below their nose. That's about it. You don't really see like heavy shadows like you do in the original Persona 4 Golden portraits. I think they were going for like a more TV style presentation, especially when you consider like the camera direction. They're going for more like specifically framed angles like a TV show. You look at the character portraits, they're a lot more brightly lit under harsh lighting like they would be like on a news broadcast, for example, which is how the UI looks. I think that it's a lot of callbacks to old television in like the early 2000s and stuff. It's great.
I think it's even
I
I
love
think
it.
it's even more to prove what you're saying. Even in dungeons, you can see like clear stage lighting and like they're like actual
Yep.
like props and like
Mhm.
like backgrounds and stuff. Like you can see that that's not present in. I mean, the TVs are present in Golden and the original Persona 4, but the
Yeah, but like
actual
it's
like
not
the
necessarily
stage lights
like
and the
themed
like the
as
fucking
a
backgrounds and
set
shit. Yeah,
almost.
exactly. It's so much more clear to set in Revival. And I think it's a really really cool touch. I fuck with
Yeah.
that
Oh,
heavy,
yeah.
bro.
I do
Fuck,
hope for
Revival
this
looks great.
menu. I do hope. Damn, it really is different, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a
They're
screenshot of a really
improving
bad
contrast
frame, but
levels, adjusting things still. The menu's probably like the weather when it changes.
Yeah, I was
go
gonna say,
gray.
I
It's
hope
gonna go
it
rainy.
changes with the weather. Yeah, I feel like it has to, right?
100%. There's no way they're not
no
doing
way
that.
it doesn't. Yeah.
100%.
Which will be
That'd be
cool.
I wouldn't doubt if the whole menu gets desaturated. Actually, like it loses a lot of its like extra color.
Do you
That
think?
Like
would
if
be
you pull up the
so
menu again real
cool.
quick,
Yeah.
you can see like around the like skill option it has the color, around like the little flowers in the bottom left it has the color, on Narukami like top left it has a little bit of color.
Mhm.
I think that's going to get desaturated along with the background and it's going to be complete black and white.
That's possible. What do you think? I said this when I first reacted to this broadcast. I don't know if I'll find the clip now of the school looked a little barren, a little dark. But I'm wondering, do you think even they could
Yeah.
maybe even change the lighting in that, depending on what depending on what the
Million
weather looks like?
percent.
Yeah, I mean, at least I feel like the
Million
natural
percent.
lighting that comes into the thing.
P4 is
fairly.
the first game in the series with dynamic weather, and if P5 is changing the interior of Shujin a little bit for rainy weather, they're going to do it for P4. 100%.
Yeah,
And
I can't find
with the
Yeah.
school design, by the way, they're 100% fixing that up a little bit. I know it looks like shit
Hope
in the
so.
trailer. It
does look a little rough.
is
Okay.
very compressed. You can see like a bit of the floor textures
Yeah.
poking through and stuff. Like trying desperately to be seen, but it literally just looks so flat and dull
Really?
in comparison to the original. And it's really because of compression on the YouTube trailer, but I think they're definitely going to add more texture to it regardless. So I've seen a lot of complaints about it, and yeah, I get it. But
Welcome, Lost
I think it'll be
Fingers.
fixed.
Sorry, this is the
What
new
the
P4
fuck kind of
trailer
advertisements
leak.
are you getting?
I don't know, bro.
What do you
Uh,
watch? What is it
This
targeting
is
towards?
this alt is literally just made for stream. So whatever I watch on stream and
you?
and then Discord, I get. I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, this screenshot right now looks like shit. You can
Mhm.
see clearly it's very compressed.
It is a rainy day, to be fair
Um,
though. So maybe it's supposed to be a
Yeah,
little
like
darker.
it's darker in the school and
it also,
everything.
it also looks flat. Like everything like has no
Yeah, I'm hoping that they
depth to it.
add proper texturing to it because in Golden, I think that part of the charm was the school was a little bit run down. Like I grew up in a small town, right? And even though I went through a brand new school, I was very lucky. There were still parts of it that honestly kind of looked like P4 school, where it's kind of like drab almost. And it's I feel like a part of the P4 charm a little because you're in this not necessarily run down town, but underfunded town would be the best way to put it.
Yeah. Hmm?
One thing I want to draw attention to environmentally wise, I feel like outdoors looks fucking amazing in Revival. There's one scene of the crew like out like where like Yukiko usually hangs out like near the Samagawa floodplain, I think.
Mhm.
Where you can see the grass behind it. It looks gorgeous, bro. Like it looks so fucking good. The game just looks pretty.
Oh,
I am very impressed.
You guys must have
Yeah, like,
seen
there's so much we can say about the visuals.
in the Awakening them putting the Full Arcana for one
Yeah,
of the.
I saw this.
Yeah,
I
this
posted
is-
about this.
That's
It's just
fire.
so
That's
cool,
fire.
man.
That's
crazy.
absolutely
That
fucking
is
fire.
Like
wild.
it is so much sauce. It is so much sauce. They're doing P4 so much justice with this remake, and I cannot wait for February, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, and we're gonna keep going over it on the Social Links podcast as well. I think the next event is in I think they announced that they're doing an actual panel. I think they even advertised it saying never before seen footage of the game at Anime Expo. I think I could read it from this article here.
Yeah. No, I saw this.
Fuck is that? Is this even it?
Immersive experience. Scroll up.
Is it this one? This is for photo op and surprise thing, but I think there was something where they specifically said there was gonna be like
Can't remember exactly
Never
what.
before-
I
oh, here,
don't
this is
think I
a
read it in this article.
special
I didn't read
a special
Persona
look at
Central.
Persona 4 Revival.
yeah, this in this panel, the team
yeah.
behind the beloved franchise show never before seen content information live at Anime Expo. I think we might have even gotten a trailer for Metaphor at Anime Expo. Did that happen?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
think-
I was there.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
I think
Okay.
so July 4th, I think, is the next time we're gonna get another big, maybe even another new
Sweet.
trailer, or something like that.
Dude.
Very exciting. That's only in
They better fucking not, because I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
we can have-
fiending, dude. This game comes out in February. They better not give us another trailer. It's June.
and then after that, aren't they at France Expo as well? I think it says on this some
I think so.
French
Yeah.
thing that they're at as
I'm
well.
gonna lose my shit.
So,
it's gonna be like the
there
PPR
could be
demos all
something
over
here.
again.
Yeah,
Where they're gonna have those,
we're
like,
in.
exclusively at Gamescom.
Well,
I'm
they
gonna
do have
cry.
them in Japan soon. Where's
Oh no! July 12th, 20. No!
what are you afraid of? What's the problem with July 12th?
I'm not gonna be the one who's posting those. Sorry to disappoint everyone. You're gonna have to get them from elsewhere.
I'll be honest with you, they're only this one's only for Japan though. I don't know if the Japanese audience has it in them.
Oh, that's
like
probably
we
not gonna
did to
pop up
post them
then,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably not gonna leak.
Oh, this is a Japan Expo Paris,
Probably not.
We'll have
9th
to
to the
see.
12th. So this might also maybe potentially have even more. So it's gonna be crazy in another 2 weeks.
We did get all the Persona 6 stuff on like Zhangzhou, so
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Well, those are Chinese. The Chinese fans don't play around. Apparently, that's what we've learned over the last few weeks. Don't mess with them. Okay. Yeah. A lot of stuff. Big things coming. The season is finally upon us. Okay, it's finally here.
Been waiting for this, bro.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say about?
did I
about
do
these
good
games?
for my trial position?
Uh,
You see, we're gonna bring him on. We were
No,
gonna.
no, what do you mean? Can you can you explain? Can you
Well-
explain?
well-
What did
well,
I do wrong?
Incomp wanted to replace me with you, and I was thinking about replacing him with you, and then we kind of just decided we do this third episode as a trial, and now I'm just let's see, after the whole episode.
well, see, no, I can interject here. The
Yeah.
thing is,
It's just
well,
well, he said he
no,
didn't
like-
like FES tactics too. Like I don't like. Do we really want that?
I mean, and
Like,
he also said
guys,
the
guys.
reload combat menu didn't look so great, and it's just like I don't.
Guys, Three's company though.
I mean, Forza Party, but we're not gonna make this it's such a super big podcast. I don't know. I just don't know if you're right for us.
So
Yeah.
what? That's just it.
Tell you what. If you have any friends who you think would be great fits for the podcast, just
Yeah,
let us know.
just
We'll
let
be
us
glad
know.
to potentially
Are
bring
you
them on.
fucking
Yeah.
serious right now?
Well,
No. You just brought me on a podcast for however many hours, and you said it was like, oh, a trial run. And Incomp told me, oh, don't worry, it's just like a thing that I'm doing to get Screen more on board with the idea of replacing him as a co-host. I was under the impression that I was on permanently. This was a full ride scholarship. And now, you're telling me that I don't belong here. You don't actually want me. And after all that, you have the gall to ask me to ask my friends about this position?
Yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. I mean, I don't know if I have like any real disagreements with that summary. Do you, Screen?
Well, look, this might all be a little weird after I feel like we maybe led him astray, and now I feel bad. Maybe there's something the three
Yeah.
of us can.
Yeah, you fucking did.
Look. Maybe there's something the three of us can still do together. Okay, that'll quell everything, and maybe it'll all be okay. John,
Well, Screen
Incomp-
Mints, I
yeah.
can make a few calls. And there's something very,
I'm
very
interested.
exciting that I know that Atlas has been working on behind closed doors that they haven't revealed with anyone but the John Persona.
Okay.
This is a social
Really?
Links exclusive right here.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm interested.
So, maybe this will change your guys' mind. I heard from a little bird that Persona 5 Tactica. You've heard of Persona 5 Tactica.
I
right?
have. Yeah. No, I've played that game
I
a little
have,
bit.
yeah. No,
Hit
I've
multiplayer
played
game,
a bit of it.
Persona 5 Tactica.
Of course, yeah. Me and Incomp play all the
Well,
time.
yeah.
I think.
You know the
Yep.
DLC for Persona 5 Tactica. You know how
Yep.
that game has DLC and stuff?
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard that there's a brand new DLC coming out.
You're fucking kidding.
No way.
I am dead serious, Incompetency and Screen Mints. Oh ho ho, yes sir-ree. And that update, DLC update, is the sex update. So,
I-
want to run some Tactica Trios?
Get me out of here, bro! I don't want to play Tactica with you anymore. I can't. I'm nervous. I'm a Persona fan. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm too nervous. It's too nervous.
I can't do this.
Chat, am I
this fucking
muted?
sucks.
Get me the fuck out of here. I can't do this anymore. Okay.
Cut to the intro. Cut to the intro. Cut to
Sweet,
the,
I can.
cut
New
the outro.
host.
Hey, Incomp.
What?
Incomp.
Yeah. What? What's up? What?
How does he know we have sexing Tactica?
charge big ticket, premium. About that time you believe in me. Yeah, I'ma lay it down, grabbing that crown. Lay them dollars on the ground, gonna double up now. 65, 4, 3, 2, one more time. Heavy punchline about to prove. Lay low, lay high, lay low, lay high. Clear your heads now, watch them pick. Let me go and prove my worth, let me earn it. Gonna pass this test and get me a permit. Watch how I do, sit down, observe it. Fires in my soul, uncontrollable burn. Look at me then, look at me now. Correct your bones to rule cool, make you bow now. Class one to a point to see. Blow kiss goodbye while they scream and shriek.